In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good morning, class. Say hello to Billy Madison.
Hello, Billy Madison.
You want me to take my shirt off for you?
No, thank you.
Okay, baby.
Good morning. In 1 hour, we got $1,000 for you. Pretty nice. Derek has a flat tire. He'll be here momentarily. Yeah, I've had 49 flat tires in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I believe it.
I don't know why. There's just so many
The
flat
construction?
tires. It's got to be the construction.
It is, yeah.
People don't tie their stuff down, so
Uh-uh.
there's nails and
Or
bolts.
clear off their trailers with the rocks. Like,
They don't do that. I got a
No.
broken windshield.
Yeah, they don't care.
Poor Derek. He's just had a bad week. Right? He's had to work with you,
Yeah?
and he's got a flat tire,
Oh, damn.
and you're going to have your helping hand out on Friday when we get
What?
paid. The poor guy. Can Derek get a break? Jeez. Can the poor guy get a break?
Yeah.
Rascal. Man, there's this dude that you're going to be a little jealous of him because they're calling him the hot panhandler. Are you
Okay.
going to take this? Or are you going to get out there and panhandle?
What, is he out on the street or what?
Yeah, in Palm Springs.
Okay. What's his gimmick?
His gimmick is they say he's just hot. So there he is. He's just a hot panhandler.
Yeah.
And so I guess people had posted photos of him. He doesn't want to be a model. He's rejecting it.
What?
Yeah. He doesn't want to. Here he is. He's a young chap right there, as you would
Right.
say. Social media was immediately awash with the fawning as fans were interested, saying he should swap the streets for the runway. You were a panhandle. You never got paparazzi after you.
Never. Nope, never.
So that should tell you you have an over self-inflated sense of your looks.
No, I don't.
Well, you better get out there and pan. Are you going to let this guy in Palm Springs?
I mean, I don't want
You don't think he's hot?
I mean, he's okay.
See, Nard, you're such
You
a
think
woman.
he's hot?
You're such a woman. He's a handsome guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's okay. Yeah.
No,
He's
Nard
not
said,
ugly.
Nard says he's okay. Look, there he is.
Yeah, he looks average.
Okay, average.
Yeah, that looks like an average selfie.
You're such a hater.
I'm not even hating.
You are hating.
How am I hating?
Women are swooning after this man.
Okay, if there's
He's
women,
a proud professional panhandler.
yeah,
He's taking social media by storm. I guess he had a different career, but now he's homeless, and he's attracted a bunch of people that love his chiseled looks. Of course, Nard would hate on him. Me and Derek talked about this yesterday. Nard's got competition. Nard's going to hate. People thought it was some sort of joke, like this guy was out there, but no, he is a professional panhandler and has no interest in being a model. He says that he was a nurse, but he doesn't want to do that anymore.
yeah.
This is much easier, just asking for money. That's what he says.
I mean, nursing's pretty easy.
I doubt that's pretty easy. But just a lot of stress.
A lot of stress.
I think that's why, because, they always say that nurses cheat and everything. I think it's because it's so much stress to do the job. And they got to work a lot of hours. And one nurse messaged us. She goes, you got to get in where you fit in, meaning, yeah, she cheats on her dude, but if she didn't cheat on her dude, she'd go crazy. So sometimes she'll have to work a double, and in between the double, she'll go get, some dude, some sport at her work will nail her.
Damn.
She's like, I feel energized, and then I can do the next shift.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
You know lots of nurses, right? You got like a bunch on your rotation.
I wish. I want some.
No, you do. There was a couple on social media that were like, I'll nurse them back to health.
Oh, hell yeah.
There was a real sturdy woman that wanted to. So that's pretty nice. And then there was this one woman that kept messaging me and Derek. She was so concerned with you, and she knew all your information.
Yeah.
What a hater Nard is. Look at this guy. You don't think that guy's handsome?
I mean, he's okay. Does he have a gap?
Yeah, he does. That's cool.
Okay. Yeah, he's
it's cool to
average.
have
And
average.
he looks like he's going to go bald pretty soon.
No, he's got a
He's
full.
got a big-ass forehead.
All right. Anything else about this guy that you want to rip apart his looks?
I mean, I'm just being honest. Like,
You're being honest?
Yeah, that's just me. Like, right there, like, yeah, it looks like a normal selfie.
Man, this guy. Look at him right there. Look at that. You're mad that he's better looking than you. Goof, can you
No.
come in here real quick? I'm just curious. I want to get another outside perspective. Since Nard is saying that he's average.
He looks average.
Nah.
Like, I
Goof's
see a
gonna
lot
come in
hotter
here.
dudes.
Well, of course, there's, attractive people everywhere. But look at those eyes. Look at that. This handsome rascal. Let me see if I can show everybody on the camera. I don't know if it'll show up. But Nard's hating on this man.
I'm not hating. I'm just
Oh,
saying
he's
average.
hating. Look at this. Sorry, I got to do this one thing. Bam. All right, lock screen. Here we go. Just so we can show what this guy looks like. There he is. I don't know if you can see him on the camera there. Look at that handsome rascal. Look, Nard looks like a bass fish right now. The way he's like, look at him. Largemouth bass is what you look like right now.
I mean,
Look at
I
this
guess
guy.
he's sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so sexy.
You don't mean it.
I mean,
Well, shout out to this guy who's hanging out in Palm Springs. This woman goes, like, he's incredible. He's got a nice please sign that he has. He claimed to, I guess, to followers that cops in Palm Springs had recently tracked him down and he was begging, and they ordered him to stop. He boasts more than 20,000 followers on TikTok where he advertises his Cash App account. So this dude, he brags about making about $260 in hours. But I guess they must shoot him off of Palm Springs. Then he went to L.A. So I don't know. If you guys want to see him, let me know. This man talks about being down bad. I'm going to read what he said. You want to talk about being down bad? Want to talk about getting scammed or rugged? My wife eats an entire bag of Doritos in one sitting. Her farts could peel the paint off the walls. When I met her, she was 127 pounds, 5'6". Now, she's a whopping 225 pounds.
God.
But if I leave, she gets half. Yesterday on the show, we talked about how it was just a theory. Could be correct. Maybe it's not correct. It's one of those fun things. They call it a hot take. Where, we kind of said that men make better husbands than they do boyfriends, and women make better girlfriends than they do wives. And if you follow that theory, then men should not get married. Nor should women. Well, actually, they say women should, but I just watched this whole video yesterday that said that women actually get nothing out of marriage.
They get plenty.
There's no benefit. The only time they benefit is when they're going to divorce them, but they get no benefit while they're married. I don't know why that is. I don't know why. I feel it's real sad. This is a sad state because they've got like men and women. Men and women need each other. They just do. We go together, as Nard says, men and women go together like peanut butter and jelly. Put them on a couple pieces of bread and you got yourself a sandwich, which is a metaphor for a family. So, as Nard says, men and women go together like peanut butter and jelly. Unfortunately, they got men and women like always pointing out the worst things about them. And sure, there's bad in both genders, but for the most part, I think everybody's pretty good.
Yeah.
But man, do they have men and women hating each other right now. And I don't get it. I do not get it. It's got to be for taxes or something, right? They want to get everybody in the workforce. If we get these two genders to hate each other,
Right.
and then they'll get out there and they'll work and we'll make more money. It's got to be that. Right? Because I don't understand. Just men and women just hate each other. I was watching this video yesterday and like, do we need men? These women are like, no, we don't. And then they showed them, it's like, well, men, 99% or something build the roads and the cars and all that stuff. We don't need roads or cars. We can do without it.
What?
Yeah, they were like, if we could just get rid of man, I could deal with no roads.
Oh my God. Yeah, right.
It was just funny. I'm like, nah. I can't imagine, just as a dude, I can't imagine a world without women. That would be so boring.
Super boring.
So dumb. Oh, what a dumb planet it would be. But these ladies are like, we don't need men. Get them off Earth. Put them all in a ship, round them up, shoot them off to Mars. It's like, damn. I was thinking on the way to work, would you rather have a romantic man or a funny man? right? If you had to choose which one you would want, which one would you want? A ha-ha funny man or a romantic man? Nard, I want you to put your pair of panties on, pretend like you're a girl for a minute.
Yeah, I want the funny.
Yeah, me too, right?
Yeah, yeah. Romantic seems like
Romantic, it would get kind of annoying,
And
but
old.
funny never gets annoying. But then, some women, I saw this one woman, she goes, it was great with my husband. He was funny, and then we got married, and he's still trying to be funny.
oh
It's like, all right, what do you mean? It's like, I can't take it. It's just everything's a joke. He's still trying to be funny. We're married now. It's like, what is that supposed to mean? Well, we're married. It's not time for fun and games. Like, this marriage is supposed to be about fun and games. What do you mean it's not about fun and games and ha-ha? But, man, Nard, just imagine. I want you to imagine. Let's go to fantasy land.
yeah.
All right? Are you hurting? Are you okay?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Man, I need to get a Nard soundboard. Just, for those times that you don't talk.
I'm talking.
Let's go to fantasy land. Nard, we're going to go to fantasy land where you're a double threat.
Okay.
Because right now, in reality land, you're not funny and you're not romantic.
Yeah.
But in fantasy land, let's just imagine that you're a funny man.
Okay.
Ha ha. Everything you say, ha ha. Oh, you're so funny. And you're romantic, a double threat. Oh, just imagine that. Imagine that there was a man out there like that for you.
Right? That'd be awesome.
Oh, that'd be so good, right? You would bleep his bleep every day.
Hell yeah, I
Oh,
would.
bleep, 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 bleep. Nard, do you think you're a funny man?
I think I can be humorous sometimes.
Okay. But not, like, naturally funny.
Yeah, I think I could be.
Okay. What about romantic? What's some romantic things that you've done for some of the ladies?
I mean,
What do you consider romantic?
I mean, taking them out to a nice restaurant. Yeah.
Okay.
What
What else?
Some flowers. I don't know.
Flowers. I just a restaurant flowers. Just, basic bitch stuff.
Yeah, basic big stuff.
Yeah, that's all I do. Just, the stuff that, I see in the movies.
Yeah.
Just take them out to eat and get them some flowers. What about, I don't know. Let's say, they say the most romantic thing that men can do is know what their woman needs before the woman needs it. So when she gets home from a hard day work and her, her favorite beverage, you have that ready for her.
Right.
That's what's considered romantic. Getting the flowers and taking them out to dinner, that's cool. But you should be doing that. But it's the little things. Knowing their needs before they even know what they want. So having a drink there.
Right.
Right? If you know that they had a long day at work, you've already got food prepared. Those type of things. If you know she's dreading, I got to go home and I got all this laundry, and you've just done all this laundry for her.
Yeah.
That's the romantic stuff you're supposed to do. If Derek would hear, he'd be like, sure, plus we're supposed to pay all the bills and tend to the lawn and do all that stuff too. Now I got to prepare food and have her favorite drink. F that. But that's what they would say. Those are the romantic things. No, just imagine. Let's go to Fantasyland again.
Okay.
Where you got a woman, and she knows that you've had a hard day Ubering,
Oh yeah.
right? And she knows, I know what he needs. He needs some chocolate milk,
Oh, badass.
right? You love chocolate
Hell
milk.
yeah. Who doesn't?
You're like a 4-year-old. She had some chocolate milk with ice cubes in it. Cold-ass chocolate milk.
Ice cubes in it? No.
Yeah, to make it cold.
Okay. We don't need that.
Yeah, you do. A nice frosty milk. That'd be the best. That's what you're supposed to do when it's all romantic and stuff. I have the signs that your cat secretly hates you. I'm going to get to that. Also, you know who's this Paige Spiranac is?
No.
She's the woman that has the big giant knockers and she golfs.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you know, right?
Yeah.
Well, there was, I guess, she had a crush on one of these golfers, and the dude wouldn't give her the time of day.
Well, yeah. He didn't want to date someone else that does his profession.
What do you mean?
Like they both golf, right?
Yeah, well, you should. That would be the best if you were with. They tell you to have somebody that has
So you
the
would date
same
somebody
interests.
that's in
as-
radio?
What
You would date somebody that's in radio?
if they were on at the same time as me?
If they were on,
Yeah,
then you would
you
be
know,
good.
like answering phones or something. Or
Oh, they have to be on your show.
Yeah.
Okay.
You mean like their own show?
Yeah, like their own show.
Absolutely not.
Okay, then.
That's
So,
stupid.
Okay, so what's the difference? That guy said, nah. And you're like, well, that would be so sweet. Blah, blah, blah.
Nah.
Now it's like, you don't want nothing to do
Who
with
watched
it.
the dogs? That's the dumbest thing you've ever said.
Okay.
All right, we also got $1,000 in less than 45 minutes. Hopefully Derek will be here soon because Nard doesn't say anything. We'll be right back.
to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? We got $1,000 in about 38 minutes. Derek's still dealing with this flat tire. It's all that voodoo that Nard does. And this guy, he has just really brought about a cloud of negativity to the program, hasn't he?
Yes.
Derek didn't have one
Big
flat
time.
tire the whole time Nard was gone. Nard comes back. I've had no less than 49 flat tires. And that's just in the last couple of years, right? Derek's had, I don't know, 7, 10 flat
Something like
tires.
that, yeah.
It's a lot. That's all that black magic that you were doing. All the cloud of negativity
Yeah.
that you just thrust upon our program.
Oh, damn.
And then speaking of negativity, Chris, did you see the hot dude that was in Palm Springs and then they shoot him away to LA and he's just a professional panhandler?
No.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
about to be real average in L.A. because that's where everyone goes to
Look,
try to make a break.
Nardo's saying that this guy's average. He's a handsome guy,
Yeah,
right?
he
He's
is a
better
handsome
looking than
guy.
Nard.
Oh, way better. Way better looking.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a good-looking dude.
No, you're just so angry about it.
I'm not
Why?
even angry about it.
Well, because Nard's a panhandler, and this guy has got like thousands of followers on TikTok.
Oh, yeah. This guy,
All his videos go viral.
he's raking it in, and Nard's not.
That's the problem.
Mm.
This dude's got a Cash App that works. Nard doesn't. Some dude just messaged us and said that he sent you $20, Nard.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Let me see here. Don't thank me. I didn't do it. Let's see. What's the guy's name? Oh, Texan.
Oh, thank you, Texas.
Nard, Cash App is working again. Just sent him $20. Save the Nard. Yeah, no, this guy's in dire straits. His car's ass. His body's ass. His house is ass. The poor guy. Just getting your ass beat by life.
Yep.
But you know what? They always say it's just going to make you stronger.
Yep.
You're going to be and when you're all done with this, you're just going to be a stronger person without a gallbladder.
Right?
You're going to be better. Chris, do you know who Paige Spiranac is?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
She reveals her college crush on PGA Tour wanted nothing to do with her.
Really?
Yeah. The blonde beauty also revealed that there are a lot of misconceptions about her. But she was talking about how, there was a guy that she really liked
Yeah.
and wanted nothing to do with her.
I can't imagine. I mean, to me, she's perfect. She is perfect.
All right, so this is the guy that she was into, and that's the girl that he married.
Oh,
But
whoops.
I kind of know. I kind of
No.
understand it. There are some men that he's probably like, I don't want the distractions of, she's got those big globes,
Oh, yeah.
right? That could be, I don't know if he would have had a great career.
Oh, okay.
You don't think so?
I don't think he would have concentrated on it. You know what I mean? He was like, I have a goal, and those big boobs are going to keep me from reaching my goal.
Yeah.
So let me go find a woman that doesn't have a big rack, right? Isn't all over social media, because that would be distracting.
Who cares?
Because you'd be like, hey, do I want to hump this or do I want to go out and golf? Nah, I'll golf later. Let me hump this. Then you go out there, you're drained. You have no energy. I get it. So, yeah, he turned this down.
Yeah.
Look at that, Nard. Is she
Damn.
perfect?
Yeah, she's perfect.
Yeah, I figured you would like her. I'm not a big boob guy, but I know you guys are.
Mm-hmm.
Nard's also a big belly guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was, I guess Spiranac was previously married to an athletic trainer. I didn't know that she was married before.
Nah, neither did I.
Yeah, that's a shock.
I try to stay away from her romantic encounters because I'm jealous.
Yeah, a little jealous.
Oh,
There's a
yeah.
bunch of misconceptions about her that she's a party girl. She has severe social anxiety. It's funny that she's doing what she's doing now because she suffers from severe social anxiety. Think about this, Chris. What if you had a set of knockers, right?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of
And
do.
it's almost like you're like, hey, do you girls want to go to the mall? Hey, my attention getters, you guys want to do anything today? You guys bored?
Oh, when they're
We're
like
bored.
that, you
Take
talk
us
to them.
out. Oh,
Uh-huh.
if I had knockers, I'd be talking to them all
yeah.
the time.
Oh,
All
they
the
have a
time.
personality at that point.
You know how old people talk to plants and feed
Mhm.
birds?
Yeah.
That's what I'd do. I'd feed my boobs and I'd talk to them. They're like, what do you guys want to do today? I want to go get some attention at the mall. Take
Yeah.
us out.
Yeah, they're a couple of attention getters for sure.
I want to go do something where everybody's going to stare at us.
Uh-huh. But if Paige Spiranac has all that social anxiety, why does she take these thirst trap photos with her ladies hanging out?
Yeah, she does. And
I
she just
mean-
recently had a onesie on where she was swinging a golf club, and people were
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's just too sexy for golf."
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you how
If
she
somebody
has.
didn't want that kind of attention, they wouldn't be.
I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe it's the opposite. But you don't have, Paige Spiranac's body, right? If you did, maybe you would be like, "Oh, I want to get out there and show it off."
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just don't know about that social anxiety thing she claims.
All right, take us to the gas station. Let's get some compliments.
Mm-hmm.
So I just imagine boobs talk, right? It's like, "Hey, we haven't got any compliments today. Let's go to the gas station." "Yeah, it's a great idea, other boob."
It's,
Because they get attention, right? Those
Oh,
are attention grabbers
Yeah.
anywhere.
I wonder if she's even a good golfer, or if those are the reason why we know who she is.
What's the male equivalent? Like, what do we have? I know that we can wear gray sweatpants if you got a big wiener and get a
Yeah.
little, but it's not going to be the same attention. You're also going to
No.
get a lot of negative attention.
Yeah, and guys, that's what we get, negative attention.
Yeah.
We never get positive attention like those two. I mean,
What
like
can a
those.
guy go out, like, can a guy talk to his arms? "Hey, you guys want to go out and show off?"
right?
I mean, what can a guy do?
Well, those are guns.
Yeah.
We show off our guns.
It's all we got, right?
Yeah.
Maybe some legs. I know the dudes are wearing I think they're called the 5-inch shorts. But
The what?
there was a big debate if you should wear the 5-inch shorts, the 7-inch, or the 9-inch. You get too long, you start looking like a grandpa.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get some cargo action on those suckers, you look like a real dork.
Oh, man.
You know what
I love
I always
cargo.
thought was kind of dorky, but now looks kind of cool is golf wear.
Yeah.
They have
No,
really
golf wear looks
upped it.
good.
Yeah, doesn't it, right?
They do.
That must be something. Do the ladies like that outfit?
I would imagine so, because it means money.
Yeah.
Golf
I mean,
ain't cheap.
it's just I don't golf, so I'm like, I would look stupid. I look like a big dumbass if I was out there in golf. Yeah, you golf? Not at all. I hate it. I think it's stupid. Well, you got the pants and the
Just dress
shirt.
part. I used to walk around with a motorcycle helmet. I'd never owned a motorcycle.
What?
Well, you never tried stuff like that to hook chicks?
No.
Well, what's wrong with you?
You carried around a motorcycle helmet,
Yeah. Yeah.
and if they asked to ride, would you?
He'd get in his car and he put his helmet on.
No. I'd just be like, yeah, I'll get you
It
next
got
time.
stolen.
I'll get you next time.
But if they go walk out, they don't see a motorcycle. Where do you say you parked?
Well, I just say no. I'll get you next time. Let me get your number, and then I'll just be like, oh, I forgot. My motorcycle.
Man, I forgot it.
Yeah.
Oh, I sold it.
Or only go out with them when it's rainy.
Are there
It's rainy inside.
what do they call those? The women that chase men on motorcycles.
Motorcycle rats. Anything with rats or
And that's just it's a rude term. They gotta have better terms.
I don't know
Like,
if they do.
I don't know what were the cleat chasers. That was kind of cute.
Cleat chasers.
Yeah, that's ones that chase baseball.
Mm.
Cleat chasers. They have what do they call them? Ring rats. That's what they call
Yeah.
the wrestling ones.
Ring rats, gym rats.
Gym rats. I think the gym rats are dudes now, because all the women are the ones that are in the gym.
Yeah.
Us dudes, no, the dudes aren't even going to the gym anymore. A little bit.
Yeah.
But it's mainly women. They're just going, and they just work out like crazy. They say more women are going to the gym than dudes. More women are physically fit than men.
Yeah, you know why? They're doing it for the gram.
Yeah, and to have a big ass.
Well, yeah, that too, but there's always Dr. J for that.
We work on our arms. Women work on their ass.
They sure do.
But then I was told that we're supposed to work on our asses as well. Yeah, because we're supposed to have nice asses. Women want that.
Guys are supposed to have nice asses.
Yeah, we are. We're supposed to have a nice ass now. Oh, thank God. Derek is here. Whew. Man, Nard is he's wallpaper. This dude hasn't said a word. He hasn't said one word. I haven't, just talking to myself.
We saved his life.
Yeah, well, we didn't save his voice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've been talking.
We should have just let him die.
Nah, he hasn't
Honestly,
said nothing.
right?
Chris came in here to save the day. Chris
my
came in
God.
to save the day.
I asked Aaron, I go, has Nard been killing it?
Yeah, he has. He's been killing the show, literally.
Oh, my God.
Stabbing it.
Why are you doing this, Nard?
I don't know.
Damn, dude. Did you lose your magic?
I didn't.
Yeah, he lost his magic.
That's tough, bro.
All right, Derek, I'm glad to hear. What we were talking about is that Paige Spiranac had this dude that she had a crush on, but he showed her no interest.
Mm-hmm.
And, it seems, on paper, it seems shocking, but there are men that are like, no, that is that is a temptation I don't want. That's going to keep me from reaching my goals.
Yeah, I
So
always
he's-
respect those
He
guys.
stayed away from
I
that.
don't.
If you can control your lust, you can control your destiny.
Those guys are amazing to me. Like they're superheroes.
Because he's like, this woman's hot, I mean, big knockers.
Yeah.
You know, prime. She's in college, and he's like, nah.
Yep.
I
That
want to be.
woman could get me basically to do anything.
Right. Yeah.
But this man had such restraint.
Yep.
He was in such control of his lust
Yeah.
that he said no and didn't even give her the time of day. Didn't even want the temptation.
I just wonder how. Like how they're wired, how they're able to pull that off.
Good parenting.
Really? You think it is?
I think it is. I
don't think it's got nothing to do with
I
parenting.
think the parenting. They're like, hey, don't. And I do think
I don't even
they-
think parenting matters.
they did not. When we were growing up, there were no posts about, hey, dude, don't take your eye off the ball.
No.
There weren't control your lust.
Nope.
None of that stuff. And now there's more and more information to men
I
available
never
for
once
men.
heard that ever.
Is like, hey, if you can control your lust, you have control over your money.
Yeah.
Right? There was never that.
Oh my God, no.
Man,
There was never that kind of talk ever.
think
I
about
never
this.
once heard that.
If you're a man, if you're growing up right now and you want any advice, control your lust so that you can have control of your money when you get older.
Yeah, I mean, kids definitely have a way better understanding of that now. No
And-
doubt.
And
They're
the
just like into
relationships.
like, whatever, Pokemon cards or whatever.
Yeah, you keep your wiener in the holster.
Mm-hmm.
You control your life.
Yeah. No, I never once heard anything like that from, lots of males in my life too.
No, they probably just told you, man, you got to hump as many as you can, man.
Oh yeah. No, that's exactly the message. Being young, just get out there and do it.
Get out there. You don't want to be bad
Right.
at it.
Making sure the best, the kind of advice I got was making sure the court was prepared, if you will, for playing
Oh, gotcha.
that kind of thing,
Mm.
and what mechanics to use.
Sure, your mom told you got to go downtown.
Well, not just my mom. It was also, Native American Bill,
Okay, that guy.
my uncle's many friends.
They're all like, you got to do all this to a
Oh,
woman.
yeah, they're nasty about women.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
'Cause now-
in a good way, though, like nasty as in like sex.
Right. But
Not
now,
like all women are worthless. Like, I never heard that or nothing.
now they're saying, hey, you got to keep your gun in the holster.
Yeah.
You
It was
gotta-
never that. It was never, hey, Derek, make sure you go to college. Make sure you do focus on this, that. That'll get you to where you want. These women aren't going to do anything.
Control your lust so it
Yeah.
doesn't take you off the path of your goal.
No, I never heard anything like that ever.
Man, and that is the best advice.
I mean, it definitely is. If you can control that. But then, so what? People are going to say stuff about you if you can't. If you have control on it, you know what people are going to think? They're going to think you're gay.
Well, this dude, it's funny because while you were gone,
Yeah.
this was a funny thing that Nard brought up during the break.
Oh, he did. See? All right.
Yeah, no, he was talking his ass off during the break.
Oh,
This is
off
what
the
Nard
air.
said.
Oh, okay.
Nard was like, you know how girls can make out and stuff like that?
Yeah,
they're,
yeah.
They're not gay,
Yeah.
right? They're just having fun.
It's a good point by Nard.
Okay. He wants to know why guys can't do that.
He's always said that.
Because you know how girls can go to the bar and
Yeah.
they'll just make out or
Mhm.
best friends, they'll just, kind of get drunk and then they'll do stuff to each other. And
Yep.
nobody's like, oh, those two are gay.
Nard's been talking about that for 15 years.
Nard's like, why don't men have the same privileges?
I don't know, Nard.
Why
I,
is
di-
that?
I didn't know
I don't
back
know.
then. I don't know now.
That's a great question. Why do you think that is?
Why don't you just let it go? Could you just let that one go, Nard?
It's kind of hard to.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, you just don't think it's fair?
No, I don't think it's fair.
You think it's one of those things where it's an unfair
Oh, you're
thing?
sick, dude. You're really into that?
That's what he was talking about.
Yeah, like why are you talking about that? Just like
Well,
on
he's-
your free time.
He was talking about how, he goes, how two girls,
Yeah, I know.
they do stuff to each other,
Oh, he's done that
and
before.
then nobody's like, oh, they're gay now.
Yeah.
But if two dudes, they just want to try some stuff,
Why don't you just let it go, Nard?
Maybe.
All right.
no, this is what I got. He's good today.
He's really good today. Yeah. Why are you so fired today?
I don't know. No.
Okay. Jesus.
He's the best. You're the best.
I
You're
feel
our
like it.
special buddy.
going on?
Sarah Michelle Gellar reveals the hygiene secret behind a lasting marriage.
Huh.
So there are smelly people in a marriage.
Not that I've ever seen.
You don't have a wife or a husband to tell you to wash your ass?
Oh my God, yeah. If I have a stench on me, my wife is just like, don't even think about, go get in the shower right away.
So
Yeah.
She'll
Now-
call me out immediately.
she says the secret to a lasting marriage is separate bathrooms.
Mm.
At the very least, separate closets.
I would love a separate bathroom just to show her that she's the problem, not me. As far as like messiness goes, like in the bathroom.
Oh, they get it all over the
Oh
toilet.
my gosh, she swears it's me. She swears it's me destroying the bathroom, and I'm like, this is you. And I'm like, God, I just wish we had a separate bathroom just so I could prove this.
You could prove that you're actually the clean one.
Yeah, you're the dirty one. But until that happens, I'm gonna keep getting blamed. And I guess I could put up a camera. But
That
then
would be a
again, a
little
camera
much.
in a bathroom is, I see people get in trouble for that.
Well, and would you really want to
In your
hear
own
those
house?
fireworks?
Yeah, in your own house, Nard.
Nard,
yeah.
how many cameras do you have in your house?
It's every room.
No, I got a couple.
Every
you do
room.
inside your house?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Where do you have them?
I counted 8.
You did not count.
I
eight?
did count. I counted 8.
There was not 8.
I
cameras.
counted 8.
Well, Nard's always like, "Hey, come over." And
You
it's
have
like,
2 in the living room, 1 in the kitchen, and in the kitchen and the living room they're the same room. You know what I mean? Like 1 in the corner would
It's
suffice.
It's so scary. So Nard, and just imagine if you're a lady and you go to Nard's house.
Oh, he's got you mic'd up.
He's got a sauna in
Yeah.
his living room where all the cameras are.
hmm
Yeah.
What a pervert!
He's got one right in the corner of his bedroom.
Yeah, you
He's
do
got
right.
one right in the corner of his shower.
I don't have it in the shower.
The only one the only room I didn't go into obviously was his kid's room.
Well, he's got a bunch in the bathroom. He said.
Yeah.
Right,
He's got 4 in the garage, all 4 corners. I didn't understand that. That was like the dumbest. He has the dumbest camera set up.
Hey, why you
probably
guys
ever.
come over?
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
You know what?
I didn't get that.
man. I'd like to just act normal over there.
Mm-hmm.
His big brother's watching.
Yeah. He's got 1 in the grill.
What?
Yeah, I was shocked too. I was like, what kind of camera setup is this?
Why do you have so many cameras? Just for bad
He
guys or
collects
for
them.
pervert reasons? What
I just.
He
combination?
finds them driving around, and then he just sets them up. I don't even know if they're hooked up, to be honest. They might just be like decoys.
I think they're hooked up. You have them on your phone, right?
I do for my car for sure.
Okay. For your
Oh, you have
car?
one in your car?
Yeah, I got 2 of them in my car.
Oh, wow.
Damn, dude.
That car's not even cool.
What are you so nervous about?
I'm not nervous about anything. It's just for my protection.
Oh, cameras protect you?
Who's after you?
So if I die, it's like they'll know why.
Oh,
We
okay.
won't care.
Well, somebody will.
No, who?
I don't know. Somebody.
Who?
Somebody's
You
gonna
were
care.
just dead and nobody cared.
Yeah.
What?
What do you mean?
I didn't tell you.
I
my
didn't see
family.
one person. I
Poor
didn't see
guy.
one person coming down.
Can I ask why do
And
you
then
have
if
so
you
many,
die, who's going to know?
why do you have so many cameras in your house? Is it you just a bad neighborhood or you just nervous?
No, it's just I like to know, make sure all my stuff's good.
Do you ever just turn the look
He
at the
doesn't even
cameras
have anything.
and see yourself and you're like, what am I doing?
No. What? No.
I think he likes to record all of his sexual encounters.
Is that what it's for?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
a
that's
freak.
what my phone's for.
He's a freak.
Oh, that's what his phone's for.
He's a freak. He's
Now
one of them,
Derek-
he's one of them freak ass freaks.
So do you have a camera in your bedroom?
Oh, my phone for sure. I use my phone.
No,
No,
he's
I'm
got
saying-
3 cameras in his bedroom. It's sick.
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
Do you ever watch yourself sleep?
He's got 1 in the toilet.
I
He's got a
listen to myself
toilet
sleep.
cam.
Got one
Oh.
in the toilet.
Yeah, he's got a
You
toilet
listen to
cam.
yourself sleep?
Yeah, I have a sleep app.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, thank you, Derek. I'm glad you came today.
Yeah, no problem.
Whew. Lucky for me.
No, man. Nard's rough.
And so is Chris. Don't forget about Chris. Like,
Nah, we're just focused on you.
No,
Yeah,
if it's that
focused
rough,
on
It's just you.
If it's that
Quick
rough,
break,
it's Chris's
hang on.
fault
You're
too.
an ass.
to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? Got it $1,000 in about 12 and a half minutes. You guys want to hear one of the sickest stories that I've seen out there recently?
Sure.
All right, everybody knows about OnlyFans, right?
I've heard of it.
So apparently, some women are pretending to have Down syndrome to try and make more money on OnlyFans. Did you hear the same thing?
I saw the story yesterday. I did.
Women
Really
pretending
sick stuff.
to have Down syndrome
Yeah.
so that they can profit more on OnlyFans.
Well, I don't know who this story's worse for. Is it worse for the girls that are doing this or the fact that their subs go up? You know what I mean?
No, I
you know
thought
what
the
I'm
same
saying?
thing.
Like,
I'm going to have to say the men that are, look.
the men that are
she's-
seeking out this kind of thing?
She's the villain.
Yeah,
She's
they're
one
predators.
villain. But there's way more male villains that are signing up for it.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Like, she's one villain in the story, but now we've just exposed all these other villains.
Right.
This weird curiosity.
'Cause
Well,
you know what Nars never told me? Nars never told me that, like, when he was in the Special Olympics, that girls were, like, preying on him.
Yeah, that's basically that's like a fetish.
Oh, there were girls preying on you?
Yeah, there was a couple.
No, you're lying.
They're bigger girls.
Shut the hell up.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
they're saying that you're the fetish
Yeah,
because
like
they wanted to get it
the-
on with you, a guy with a disability.
You're gonna see
I was trying to defend girls there because I was like, girls aren't weird like this.
Yeah,
but
they are weird. No,
Nard is saying they are.
the big girls. They go
It's
after.
not
why-
just big
you have to
girls.
keep saying big girls?
Yeah, because the skinny cute girls. No, big girls. They're going after the Special Olympics.
So big girls are just gross like guys.
yes,
Okay.
That's just rude.
it's not rude. It's facts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had a first-hand experience.
Yeah, my buddy married one.
I mean, he was in the Special Olympics.
So you're saying that you have a buddy
Yeah.
that was in the Special Olympics with you, and he married a big girl
oh,
that
she was
preyed
like
on him.
At least 3 bills.
And she was a Special Olympic volunteer?
Yep.
That's how they met?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So she was volunteering at the games.
That's what they do.
And then ended up knocking down one
They
of the
went-
participants.
Yep.
Well, do you want to know
Wow.
how they're
Wow.
faking having Down syndrome? They're using AI to change their face.
Okay. All right.
In fact, there is faking Down syndrome for OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
People are freaked out by this. Rightfully so.
Yeah.
But people aren't just doing it for OnlyFans. They're also doing it for subscribers
Okay.
on social media. But I guess it's not just having Down syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Women are faking having a disability for OnlyFans views.
Because they got to stand out.
Yeah, they say that there's a person named Jenny. She's pretending to have Down syndrome to get more clicks on her exclusive X-rated content.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see how she acts in the content. Like if she goes full on character.
They call it Only Down, the shocking AI scam turning disability into a fetish. They're saying that AI has gone too far. Deepfake
this is what-
influencers
okay.
are now being used to exploit fetish markets with fake personas designed to lure followers in and sell them adult content.
I mean, this is definitely a new low. But it doesn't surprise me. It's like,
have you seen that one girl that we've all seen with the big boobs and she's working out?
I think so. I
Right.
think so.
Right, Nard, you've probably seen it.
Yeah.
That may be AI,
Really.
and she may not have Down.
But she just uses, she records the video and then puts it through AI and it gives her like a Down syndrome look.
Correct.
Damn.
And people are verifying because there was a big girl on Love on the
Oh,
Spectrum
my
that wanted to
God.
go on a date with James,
Yep.
and she was real big.
Yeah.
And
telling you.
she didn't seem to have anything, any sort of.
Oh,
being
yeah,
on the
yeah. The
spectrum.
vampire chick?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember her.
Yeah.
All right. And
They
so
prey
they
on
were
us.
saying that she might have had a fetish. I felt bad for
They're
her
like a lion.
because she was like,
on
I'm
the
used.
hunt.
I'm
Yeah.
used to guys turning me
No,
down.
yeah. She was trying to get the tears going. And she met him on Instagram. She slid into his DMs.
Yes,
Right.
That's what they do.
What do you mean that's what they do?
They prey on us.
Who's they?
The big girls.
Oh my God, you got to stop saying that.
No, it's a
Big girls aren't just going after.
Yes, they are.
No, they're
yes,
not.
They are. Yes.
There's
Yes.
all kinds
Nope.
of girls, I'm sure.
No.
That have this fetish.
I like how you say that with a straight face. No.
I'm sure.
No.
I'm sure there's
what
hot
other
ass.
face would Derek use?
I'm sure my, special needs face.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's hot ass
No,
girls
there's
that
not.
pray.
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it.
What do you mean?
Hey, stop it. Get out of here. No way.
I'm sure, Nard. I'm sure there's these hot ass.
No, there's not.
Special
No.
needs.
You know what's
All right.
messed up is there's
Messed up.
several women that are doing this.
Yeah.
That are faking through AI,
Well-
faking having down.
When you see
to
that
get
it
clicks.
works,
Yeah.
that's the problem. Is that it worked?
Yeah, AI is being used to create all this fake influence with Down syndrome to sell nudes.
Yeah. It's just like.
But I'm with you. Okay, these women are monsters for doing this.
Right.
This is awful.
Mhm.
But the men that are paying for this
Yeah.
and want to see that,
Yeah.
I think they might
They're
be
not
worse.
innocent.
No.
They're not. I'm not saying like.
Might have exposed a bunch of weirdos.
Oh, absolutely. The fact that this worked and that other girls got in on the action, that they're like, oh, okay, this is a gimmick that I could do.
Well,
Because some girl, I'm telling you, there's a lot of girls on there that are struggling to get traction.
if you're in the top 37% on
Mhm.
OnlyFans,
Yeah.
you make $100 a month.
Okay, so top 37%, that means you're in well over the top half of
Yeah.
you're only making $100.
I mean, that's what I read. It could be fake. I
What?
don't know. But they say that's about $100.
God. And that's oh, wow.
It's just those Bop House girls that are making the money.
Yeah.
The majority of them don't make any money.
Mm-hmm. I believe it. And so the Bop House girls and then the DS girls,
Yeah.
except for their fake DS. But yeah, no, as soon as one started to pop off and girls were seeing that, they were like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to hop in on this." And then they just they start making $1 million a month. Oh my God, it's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing.
Just like how are there's guys out there that look at girls like that, and you see an attractive girl with Down syndrome, and you're like, oh man,
Well, okay.
leave her alone.
I don't even know that. Would OnlyFans be okay with that? Even
Why would
selling
they care?
that? I don't know.
OnlyFans has been a little bit protective about stuff like that on their site. Surprisingly, OnlyFans is banned.
I don't know that
lot
that
of people.
person can consent to doing that. You know what I mean?
Right?
That's why a lot of people thought it was kind of bizarre for a show to be Love on the Spectrum, right? You're setting people up, which they deserve to be in a relationship and have families and do all
But
that
yeah,
like everybody
I
else.
understand with the cameras and it does definitely. I think it's done a lot of positive stuff though.
Yeah, it has. I mean, it's the greatest show on there. You know
It
why?
is.
You know why Love on the Spectrum is the greatest show? Because
Why?
they're not acting.
No,
They're just being so
100%
genuine
authentic.
and being themselves.
yeah, no, I totally agree with you.
All right. Well, learn something new every day about this.
Yeah, I didn't know the girls were faking Down syndrome on OnlyFans. That is something new.
All right, I got $1,000 in less than 4 minutes. Also, the crazy thing, the thing that I guess men get really turned on by, something that women do that really turns men on. I'll tell you what that is next.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
We have another shot at $1,000 coming up. Give us about 2 hours, and you got another shot at $1,000. Coming up in the program, we'll tell you this thing that I guess turns all men on. When a man sees a woman doing this, it turns the man on. I've got that coming up. Let's talk to Dr. J. What's up, Dr. J? What are you doing, buddy?
How you doing?
Good. We got just old fart Nard over there.
Old fart Nard.
Yep.
Jesus, Nard.
What up?
Man, you like scared us, dude.
Yeah, he did. We were doing this little fundraiser
Didn't
for this
scare
little
me.
rascal here, raising his
Yeah.
because this dude was out of work for 2 weeks, so we're doing our fundraiser for Nard. We got all these generous listeners, all these badass people, so that's what we got going on, Doc. What do you got going on?
Oh man, we did. Yesterday we did 2 butt implants, and all very thin people. They can't get skinny BBL. So, butt implants still has its, what needs to be done for these very thin people who don't have a behind and they want a little bit more of a rear.
Okay,
you
this
know?
woman says that after childbirth, she lost her ass, and she wanted to
Yeah.
know, is that a common thing that happens just maybe as you age or whatever, you start to lose your ass? And if she were to put a butt implant in there, get a BBL and a butt implant, would that help smooth out her butt and give her a more youthful butt? Or will she still have the butt of a woman that just gave birth?
Everybody's a little different. I would say, like the breasts, they get what they call involutional changes, meaning like you have large breasts and then all of a sudden you lose the fat, and then they start to look a little bit, the skin starts to sag. The butt can have that too, and if you're working out a lot or you're running long distances, you can get a little bit of changes to your butt too. So you gotta figure out what's important, right?
Does cardio make you lose your ass?
It absolutely does.
Okay, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, it does. I mean, if you're not lifting weights or if you're not doing something, and sometimes it's genetic. There's some people who walk 1 mile and are fine and they're thin and then they lose their butt. And then there's people who run, 20 miles a week and can't lose it. So everything is genetic, unfortunately. A lot of it is genetic.
I sent Derek this video yesterday, and she is a pastor or something. She does a lot for God, but she got a BBL, and she said that God would want her to have a BBL.
Yeah, she was saying she could be a pastor and get a BBL.
Yeah.
Wow.
And people are like, I don't know, but have you ever done a BBL to a pastor, Dr. J?
No, but I sat next to somebody, a pastor on a plane one time. We had a nice, interesting conversation.
Okay.
Pretty high up in the Catholic Church here.
All right.
I was like, oh.
Oh, he didn't
here's this
condemn you to eternal damnation? or
No,
nothing?
they're not going to
Okay.
do that.
I didn't know there was girls pastors.
Yeah, well, it's just different kinds of churches and stuff like
I
that.
think it's just a pastor. I don't think it's a pasture.
Yeah, you gotta send her out to pasture.
Yeah.
Doc, have you ever done maybe maybe a minister's wife's boobs?
I think I have. I think I've done. I think I've done people who like that. I think they don't really tell me a lot sometimes.
Sure.
The guys that are there, they're either super quiet or just disattached or something. You know what I mean?
Okay, so Doc, have you ever done a radio host mom's boobs?
Well, that's rude.
Yes,
Derek.
I have.
That was rude. That was unnecessary. This dude shows up late to work and then just starts firing stuff off.
Yeah,
Just getting to know
exactly.
Doc.
Yeah.
Just getting to know Doc.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, no, Dr. J did my mom's boobs. That's what
Oh,
Derek was
boy.
referring to. That's fine.
I was going to let him comment on that.
Yeah. I mean, it was a leading question. It was a leading question right there.
We were just seeing what professions you work on, okay? That's all, Nard.
Hey, do a lot of nurses get fake boobs, Doc?
They do. The problem with nurses, they never have any time off. So you have to you have to like force them to take more than a week or 10 days or 2 weeks.
Right.
They tend to like want to go back to work a little too soon.
I bet.
So you gotta like negotiate. Like, okay, well, lipo is going to be less downtime. It's not going to have as good a result as a tummy tuck. Or you need, do you want a butt implant? But that's a 4 to 6 week downtime. You know what I mean? But then they're like, no, I'll just do fat grafting. Even though I don't have a lot. There's a lot of negotiation.
Gotcha.
I think if you're a nurse and you want to get boobs, you have to work at Methodist because they don't do anything.
Nope.
Well, yeah, probably.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, we're not.
They almost killed Nard.
Yeah, Nard had a bad experience.
They're the worst.
There's some dudes will take this finasteride or whatever it is for hair loss. It's a prostate drug, right?
Yeah, finasteride is one of the frontline drugs for reduction in the growth of the prostate. So you're not up peeing every night, every 2 hours.
Sure.
With your bladder being full and not being able to empty. But
because a lot of guys, they were talking about going in and getting hair restoration, then sometimes they get put on this medication. You do the hair restoration. Now, if they get put on this medication, this one dude's like his whole wiener changed. I've never heard of that.
Right. Interesting. I don't know about all that. I think there's a lot of anecdotal stuff out there about finasteride. I mean,
is it men just maybe taking too much of it or something? I mean, why would it's a pretty small dose from what I'm reading.
Yeah.
But these dudes are saying that their penises, this dude's penis turned into almost a 90-degree angle because he got that Peyronie's disease from it. Can you fix Peyronie's disease? Is that a plastic surgery thing, or do you need a urologist?
Some plastic surgeons do it. I leave that up to the urologist. There's a lot of important things down there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And things that, you need for certain activities, and then you need, there's a lot of things going on there. I'm going to leave that up to someone else.
Gotcha. All right. Now, this woman was talking about how she loves to ride horses, but after giving birth to a couple babies, when she rides a horse now, she like pees her pants because her pelvic floor isn't as strong, and it has drastically changed some things down there that makes riding a horse painful. Can you do anything for that for this woman?
I mean, so you can start with lasers, right? You can get called incontinence, and the laser will start to reduce the angle between the urethra.
Okay.
And your bladder.
Damn, you laser that thing down there, just bzzz, like just shoot it with lasers.
Technology's badass.
Yeah, you can stick a device in and you start to laser everything, and it causes some shrinkage and does help in some people. And then there's other people that need medication, and there's other people that need mesh and slings. So it's a whole like subset of urogynecology and gynecology.
Okay, and you also do that that vaginoplasty or whatever that thing's called.
Yeah.
You do that.
Yeah.
So you can reduce some stuff. If there's some I don't know, you got some stuff hanging out, right? I don't know how else to say it, right? You can reduce
what the hell?
That. Yes, exactly.
Which would make it difficult or uncomfortable to ride a horse. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could do the cosmetic portion. I do have an OB that helps me with the inside if you really want me to suture it on the inside and make it tighter versus just a laser.
Gotcha.
And then the outside is all surgery and laser. So there's a lot you can do down there. Not much you can do to a guy, but more you can do to a female.
Gotcha.
Down there than you can. Guys,
All right, I sent you this article. Will you sink or sag? And there's a difference, I guess. And so there's different surgeries for sinking and sagging. There's this wrestler, his name is John Cena. He just won the WWE Championship.
17 times.
And they accuse him that his face is melting. It's starting to sag.
It looks crazy.
So he's a sagger, not a sinker. What is the difference between sink and sag?
That must be some marketing words, but I mean, he can lose a lot of weight quick. Maybe he's on testosterone or something that makes him lose weight quick. maybe he goes through cycles of gaining weight for shows and then losing it, and then you just lose the fat in your face.
I think it's because he's white.
Yeah, that
Maybe.
So it
Age
just
like
doesn't
milk.
look great. Yeah.
Yeah. We've all talked about this,
Mhm.
Northern Europeans don't age as well as
Hell no.
with more melanin.
Hell no.
Mm-mm.
It offends me so much just because, like, now when I go in, get a can of Copenhagen or something, like, I haven't been asked for my ID in like 8 years. And it's just like, man.
whatever. Derek still has a baby face.
I don't get ID'd, though. Like, I just don't.
I know, but you
Pisses me off.
still have that baby face.
Because we age terribly.
The latest anti-aging obsession is getting inked with pink tattoos on bizarre places. I sent you this article. I guess they're being bombarded with inquiries after offering a popular new cosmetic treatment that involves tattooing a bright pink circle on the client's kneecaps.
What?
Why do they
know.
do that?
I guess because, a lot of women, right, they complain about their kneecaps, right, their knees. Their skin starts to sag on the knees.
Oh, I never heard that.
Do you have any procedures for that?
I'm not sure. I've actually fat grafted knees before.
You've never done kneecap surgery, Doc?
Not the actual bone. I've actually lipoed around the knee.
So you can
and
tighten
done
the
morphine.
skin around the knee.
Yes,
Huh.
absolutely. You can lipo it. You can add Morpheus. You can laser it. You can do all three. You can add Renuvion. Depends on your budget, the time. You've also got to remember, if your knees are sagging, and you're aging, your skin's not going to do what it's supposed to do the first time, so you'll need multiple treatments.
Well, could you do a thigh lift, and would that bring up the skin on the knee at all, or no?
The thigh lift, like on the inside, doesn't do anything. You'd have to do like a thigh lift on the front, which is a large operation with a pretty large scar. So we try to treat the knee a little bit separately, because otherwise you need to pull from the top, and sometimes you don't get the full pull of the knee.
Gotcha. And can you also take fat off cankles?
Yes, absolutely. Do it all the time. Actually, I have a person coming up who wants calf implants, and then I have somebody who wants to do fat graft into the calves coming up, and then a couple of surgeries coming up here.
Oh, badass, Doc.
Yeah.
Well, and you have
You got any extra pancreases?
yeah, if you have an extra one of those, if you get one of those, someone leaves one there or something, maybe we can give it to Nard or whatever.
We'll claim it.
Yeah, I think Nard's over the hump once he gets his stuff going. And next time he knows, they need to call me too.
How much longer you think we got with Nard, Doc?
What?
I got it. So Nard, he's gonna have surgery done, and they want to take his gallbladder out through his butt. Is that pretty typical?
They did not want to do that.
Sounds atypical, but you never know.
You never know. There's he got so mad.
Yeah.
First time ever that they were going to do it through the butt.
Somebody's got to be a guinea pig.
Yeah.
There's no guinea pig over here.
Yeah, guinea butt.
We just stick to the rules.
No.
Yes.
All right, he has amazing financing, so make sure you.
Yes.
And
even if you got terrible credit.
Yeah, even if you've been real bad with your credit.
Like you're some hot ass girl and you got like a 450, he's still gonna work with you.
He'll work with you. Plus,
got a great finance guy.
If you mention Billy, he'll get you a free consultation as always.
Yeah. And I'll be up there next week, I think, in person with that TV show. Remember?
Yeah, he's doing a TV show, so he's gonna bring all the people from the TV show up next week.
Hell yeah about?
Yeah.
Oh, Nard thinks he's gonna be discovered.
Yeah, Nard
Dr.
thinks he's gonna be on there.
It's my time.
Yeah. We'll definitely get Nard and you guys.
Yeah, it's your time to
Well, we appreciate that, Doc. You're the best. It's drgenevievePlasticSurgery.com. That's drgenevievePlasticSurgery.com. And don't forget, he's got spablack.com, too.
Nice.
All right. We were talking about horses.
Yeah.
And one of the bizarre things that turns men on
is
a woman riding a horse.
Oh, yeah. I agree. Super hot.
Anybody else find this to be super hot? And I want to show you this. This was a video that they posted.
To be honest, I find dudes riding horses hot, too.
You're dumb.
All right. So this is the video, Nard. This is a woman riding a horse.
I'll get a horse. With
Right?
a girl.
Yeah.
So is that
That's
something
hot.
This is hot?
Yeah, I love watching those girls that are like in Colombia. There's like, they'll have like these big festivals where the hottest girls on the planet are riding horses. I'll go down that TikTok hole every time.
Okay, so just real quick, I want to take calls from dudes that find women that ride horses to be hot. I wonder what it is. I wonder just because they're bouncing around.
I'm not sure. That's a great question. Like, what is it? But it is attractive.
And I also have the story about this woman who loves the fact that her husband is a simp.
Okay.
Do we have any simps out there that love being simps? We'll get to your calls too. Hang on.
back to the Billy Madison Show.
Hey, yo, is that Misconceptions?
Yeah, Billy Madison Show.
Point 'em out.
Got a deadbeat dad call today. We got another shot at $1,000. I got Stain and Breaking Benjamin tickets to give away as well. What is so hot about a woman riding a horse? What do you think it is, Chris? I mean, you gotta like that, right? You're a big old pervert. You gotta love it.
I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot for me.
Really? I am
Yeah.
shocked. What does a lot for you then if it's not a woman riding a horse?
A woman without clothes.
Woman without clothes.
Just
okay.
a naked woman, huh?
Yeah.
I just like my women naked.
Yeah, like it's 1997.
Okay. Why a woman riding a horse turns men on?
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like she can like take other things.
Okay. Right, if she can handle a horse, she can handle you, is what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure. It's just hot. I guess probably the bouncing around is probably,
yes. Yeah,
This
there you
woman
go.
says it actually feels pretty hot when she's riding a horse.
I bet it does. I mean, haven't women been known to like, break their hymens or something?
What? I know. I think that was something else. I don't know about riding a horse.
Right.
So if you want to know random things in men that turn women on, these are some random things. If a woman riding a horse turns a man on,
Yeah.
this dude is turned on by a woman working on her car.
Oh, I mean, girl mechanics can be kind of hot.
One of the more famous, I guess, scenarios like that was the movie Transformers, where Megan Fox had the hood open of a car, and all these dudes were so, incredibly horny for her.
Yep. I agree. 100%.
So
Super hot.
these are some things that turn women on.
Did guys do?
Yeah, rolled up sleeves. Women are turned on by rolled up sleeves.
Okay.
Forearms. Women swoon over forearms.
It's good to know.
Cooking skills.
And
Women are turned on by men in a flannel shirt. They think it makes a man look nice.
makes sense.
Salt and pepper hair. Women are turned on by salt and pepper hair. I don't know that they are.
Well, it says it right there.
I know. I just don't know if I believe that. A natural scent. A deep voice. Did you know that women are turned on by men wearing Old Spice?
What? No
I love that. I love to hear that.
Yeah. A strong hand. What's some random things that a woman could do, Nard, that would turn you on?
Just to touch your shoulder and be like, hey, how you doing?
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
Just to touch your holder?
Like, touch your shoulder or, like, rub your back.
All right.
Like, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean?
Sport. How you doing, sport? Like when you were a little kid and a teacher would do that?
No, my teacher never did that.
Your teacher never said, oh, how you doing? And rub your back. Hey, little Nathaniel.
Yeah.
No, not
Okay, well, let me go to Chris.
I like it when
That was the dumbest answer.
When girls bite their bottom lip.
Okay. See, that's a better answer.
Oh,
Will you
man,
take
that
some
is
radio
so
tips
hot.
from Chris?
I gave you
maybe
my tip.
maybe after this, maybe Chris could air check you, and then
Yeah.
that's
But
a good idea.
you know,
We should have Chris air
Pat you on
check
your
you.
holder.
Yeah,
do
he
a
can
good
air
job.
check me. I don't care.
All right, that's a good one when they bite their lip, their
Yeah.
bottom lip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are some other things that get the work boots get the ladies going.
Man, ladies are really like turned on by like a lot of like little things.
All right, the equivalent, when men see a woman riding a horse,
Yeah.
and they see, things moving around, and a lot of men
And it's
find
also just them controlling the horse.
right. If they can ride the horse and control the horse, they
Yeah.
can ride daddy.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, the equivalent to that is a man chopping wood.
Okay.
Women love to see a man control that axe, hit it right there on that piece of wood, and watch the wood shatter.
Yeah.
They
Makes sense.
love it. They love to see a man chopping wood. What's up, Anthony?
Hey, what's going on? I just wanted to clarify what Derek said. My wife's sister, they grew up on a ranch, and my wife's sister actually lost her hymen, I guess you could say, riding a horse, because they had a ranch and they had horses and everything, and that she lost hers that way.
That is incredible. I've heard maybe like gymnastics or something like that.
Doing the splits, yeah.
Yeah, doing the splits and things like that. I didn't know that was possible. I want to Snopes that. And why does
Well, he just did.
Why does everybody in the family know?
That was probably a big deal.
Big moment.
Sure.
Thought medically something was wrong.
What if that horse is like, I did not do that.
Yeah.
She was messing around with this feller. I swear I didn't do it.
Yeah. It's possible.
I don't know. Stubble, that's another thing that turns women on.
Okay.
And a sense of humor. I had brought it up, but it went nowhere because I had asked Nard.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think women would like? Would they want a man to be funny, have a better sense of humor, or be romantic if they had to choose one or the other? And this is what Nard said.
What? We went down Fantasyland about.
No, this is what Nard said. Oh, okay. That's what he said about
Yeah.
it. So,
Yeah.
that moment of silence brought to you by Nathaniel Daniel. So that was good. It was a good topic. I had fun with that one.
Man. Nard bringing that heat.
He did. He brought it.
I love him.
No, he's the best.
Yeah. Very talented.
Oh,
Very
super
talented young
talented.
man.
Always brings me good content.
Mm-hmm. Watch
There
out
was-
for this guy.
That we were talking about, there's this guy. And he's a model in Palm Springs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or,
No, me and Nard talked about it on the break.
right?
Couldn't believe Nard didn't think that guy was hot.
Well, I shouldn't say he's a model. They want him to be a model.
Yeah. They've offered him modeling deals.
They think he's that handsome.
Yeah.
And so then I asked Nard about it, and Nard said,
I said he wasn't attractive.
yeah.
Nard saw competition and just started hating.
There was no competition. He's just average.
Yeah, that's
Well,
what
then
I
what
got
are
this
you?
morning.
I'm average.
You're not as good looking as that guy.
That guy's pretty handsome.
Yeah.
He's okay.
See, look, he's
if
such
he's
a
average,
girl.
you're way below average.
No.
Yes.
Uh-uh.
He's a handsome guy. He's got the striking eyes. and
Right. He's got the hair.
No, Nard was saying, no, he's going bald.
He's
Yeah.
got a big ass forehead. And a
Damn,
gap.
oh my God. When did you turn into such a hater?
What do you mean?
He's always been a hater.
You're like
I'm just-
oh my God.
I'm just pointing out all
That's
this
gross,
flaws.
Nard. That's gross.
All right, let me
Stop
get
hating
to.
all the time.
I did ask for calls from simps. Do we have that? I don't know if it's in there.
Simps.
Yeah, it's like husband a simp.
Hold on.
See if it's in there.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
Oh, you're fine.
3-1.
All right, so she met a guy, and the guy was willing to take care of her kids and be a stepdad.
Yeah. No problem.
And she said she knew that he was a simp.
Because of that.
Yeah. Where'd you put this one?
3-1.
3-1. I thought this was rude, but it felt rude. I want to take calls from dudes that are simps because we talked about it before. Simping's not really bad. I think a lot of women would love their man to simp for.
Love it.
I ain't gonna embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but
So she married this man.
Mm-hmm.
She has kids with another man, and obviously this man is now a stepdad.
he was a simp, and I seen the opportunity, and I took it.
Well, yeah, she saw that he was a simp. She seen the opportunity. She took it.
I'm saying what his qualities was.
I mean, for one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
So you got 3 kids too?
I have 3 children.
And a supposed to come with the bag?
They supposed to come. And that's why you have to have a bag.
Yeah.
Like you got to take care of me and my kids.
So
all right, so she would only mess with a dude that was a simp and had a bag.
Yeah, that was her
to take care of her kids.
That was her requirement.
Yeah. So I asked for
I
calls
respect it.
from men that were simps.
And okay.
Yeah.
I don't think are we gonna get any?
Chase. So you're a simp?
Oh, Chase, that sounds simpy.
I mean, I gotta say, simping it's healthy for a relationship.
That's debatable. But
I mean, okay,
I don't
well-
want to be rude, so I'm going to let you talk.
Well, you want your woman to feel like she's the queen, right?
Yeah, only if I'm the king. I don't want to have her be the queen and I'm the court jester with a stupid hat, just doing dances for her. But again, let me let you talk. I'm sorry.
I don't think I'm the court jester, but I do put her on a pedestal above myself. I mean, I would do anything for my queen. She loves that I'm a simp. I simp hard for her.
Yeah. Okay. That's nice. You got to love that.
Yep.
You simp hard for her. Like, what do you do? How'd you meet her?
Well, okay. So we started out as friends. I was always really attracted to her. She would tell me about her relationship issues or about a guy she hooked up with. And you know, I'm with Chris here. I like hearing about those stories.
Stories about what?
Well, okay. If I couldn't get with her, I was willing to settle for the stories and all the
So
things.
you couldn't get with her because she was preoccupied with other men, and so since you couldn't get with her, you like to hear the stories about what she was doing, even though you couldn't get with her. You liked story time.
I mean, yeah, it was like you know, living vicariously, essentially.
Yeah,
That is simping.
this woman must be hot.
That is simping.
She's really attractive, and I mean, yeah, she's attractive. So she got pregnant by a guy she was hooking up with, and then of course that guy. I wish I could say something less nice on the radio. He stopped contacting her, so I stepped up and I was there for.
So she was getting piped down by another dude that she thought was, you know, she was really into this guy. She got pregnant by him, and then that dude split.
That dude split, and I was there. Like I said, I stepped up. I was there when the kid was born. I signed the birth certificate.
Oh,
What?
God.
What?
She had been super hot.
But like, why do girls do that? Like, why do girls like have guys that simp for them, and then they don't choose the guys that simp for them? You know what I mean? It's like it's almost like they don't like it.
Well, they keep him in the batter's box.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like
Just in
they
case
do
they
like
need to
them
call 'em
somewhat
up.
around, but they don't want that to be like their main guy.
Right.
Why is that? Like, wouldn't you want the simp to be your main dude? I guess not though.
For me, I feel like it's the difference between, you know, boys and men, right? Like boys are the ones that mess around, step out, and men step up.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. You signed a birth certificate for a kid that you knew wasn't yours.
Happens every day.
Yeah.
You knew.
I mean,
it was. It
Well, he
wasn't.
knew, yeah,
You
that's the
weren't
difference.
bamboozled
Just an
into
idiot.
it. You signed it because
said
you
worth it.
simp for this woman.
Right. And I you know, I signed the birth certificate. I moved her into my house, you know.
Golly, your house.
She
You
hit
moved
the
her into
jackpot
your
for
house.
your dumbass.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking about it, you know, not only do I sim for this woman hard, but at the same time, you know, kids got to have a stable environment growing up. Like, if I'm going to be the dad,
Yeah,
I'm
you're a
gonna be
good
the dad.
dude. I get it. I don't want to be mean to you.
Well, okay. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I understand that, like, you know, that there's the, you know, connotations that go along with simp. But I mean, I simp hard for my woman. I rub her feet. I give her tons of massages.
Okay.
I cook for her. do
Well,
the
let's just you do a lot of stuff for her. They're saying you got hoodwinked, you got bamboozled. This guy's a sucker,
We don't know how hot she is though.
loser. Let's see here.
That matters.
This guy's a dumbass. This dude probably.
Yeah, he's not gonna do it with a big girl.
Relax.
You got to stop with that.
Yeah, I don't know what your deal is with
He's
that.
got to be trolling. This man can't be for real.
You don't think people live like this?
This dude's a tryhard. Nah, he's a pick me.
Yeah.
How do people feel about this? I would just be
Not-
curious. I mean, there's got to
Yeah,
be other.
genuinely.
There's men
like-
out there like you. They just don't want to say anything because they know that they're gonna get like all the
What
things.
those comments that you just got? Yeah.
But I know that there's lots of men out there like this.
100%.
Are women attracted to these guys though?
I don't think they are.
It doesn't feel like it. Yeah. Because they never choose these guys.
All right.
In the beginning.
If you had a woman and she simped for you, that would be attractive, right?
Oh my God, I'm choosing that girl 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't a woman want that? You
I don't know.
This dude is paying all the bills. He's
Mhm.
cooking. He's cleaning. He's rubbing her feet. He's taking care of a kid that he didn't make.
Yeah.
I mean, he's simping hard. Why would a woman not want that deal?
That's a great question, Billy.
Because
Great
as
question.
a dude, if you have a woman that simps for you,
Oh
wakes
my
up,
God, it's the best thing in the
it's
world.
greatest.
It's like I would never choose anything but that.
Jensen says rub my puppies. I think she's talking about her boobies.
All right.
Rub my dogs.
Huh.
They're accusing your woman of possibly cheating, though.
Really?
She must be super hot.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to be. And I would say brunette.
Well, okay. Anything else that we need to know, sir?
I mean,
Is she faithful to you? I mean, that's one of the top questions that we get on this chat
Well,
right
okay.
now.
How's he gonna know?
So no, I actually this part I do know. We live together, like I said, in my house, and we are intimate together. But I'll be honest, she's not ready to be exclusive. All right.
Wait a second. Hold on, sport.
What?
So you signed a birth certificate for a kid that's not yours. You moved her into your place. You're rubbing her feet. You're cooking her food. You're cleaning the house. You're paying bills. And you guys aren't exclusive with each other?
I mean, and going along with the cooking and everything, she's had a hard day. I'm going to prepare her favorite meal. I'm going to make sure she has her favorite drink.
Right. No, I got you. Yeah, you are into this woman.
Yeah, you are.
What do you mean you're not exclusive?
Well, I mean,
Does
okay,
this mean you get to go out there and tag and bag other women, or no?
Well, no. She doesn't go out with other guys often. It's just,
What do you mean? She goes out with other dudes?
I just hope she gets home safely.
Man, why is she going out with other dudes? She's got her dude. I mean, you do everything for her. Why does she need to go out there and see other men?
She's got a high sex drive. She's a very sexual person, and I don't want to try to make her conform to like a more traditional relationship style. I get it, modern.
Oh,
she's free to explore, you guys. I mean, she's the most amazing woman I've ever met, and I get sincere pleasure from simping for her. That's just how it goes.
So you get pleasure from her pleasure, and that's part of your simping.
Well, like I said, it started out, even before we got together.
Because you guys were pals,
right? Listening to all this stuff, I'm glad.
I don't know
that
who the problem is, because you're getting something out of this. Humiliation, I guess, is what you're getting out of it. I guess that's the difference, is when a dude is totally simping for the woman and there's this humiliation factor in it, I could see where that's not good.
Yeah.
Whereas if a woman simps for you, hopefully the man's not humiliating her, but it feels like you're being
I doubt he does.
What's up, Richard?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Am I on the air?
Yes, live on the air. Just don't cuss.
I promise I won't cuss. Hey, so I hear you guys talking to this guy who has this female that he's obviously bending his back for, and he signed the birth certificate for him. But you're missing one point. I think he has a small wee-wee.
Okay. All right. I mean, that is one of the accusations that are out there.
It's unnecessary.
You don't have to answer that, Chase. What's up,
None
Dan?
of their business, Chase.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, man. I used to do a lot of this stuff this guy does, but, I mean, he's got to have some boundaries.
Okay. So Dan was kind of like you. You simped for a woman?
Yeah, I used to rub the feet, cook, clean, all that stuff.
Did you let her run around on you as well?
No, not at all.
Okay, so Chase, he's saying it's okay to simp, but there has to be boundaries. And so this woman she's walking all over you.
I don't see it like that, honestly.
Well, then you must have a humiliation thing or something. You like to be humiliated.
I don't like that either. I really just, I grew up respecting women. That's how I was taught, and so I like.
Did anybody teach you to respect yourself?
I mean, like I said, I'm comfortable in the situation that I'm at, and
yeah, I mean, who are we to judge?
Set boundaries, then we can set boundaries at some point. But for the time being, I'm fine with it.
Okay, Dan, you enjoyed simping as well?
I mean, I wouldn't say I enjoyed it. I mean, I used to do it not knowing that it was like being a simp.
There wasn't a label for it yet. It was just natural.
Yeah.
You were just a naturally, present man in her life that wanted to do nice things for her. Now we have this negative word.
And I was a stepdad too.
You were a stepdad too? You were taking care of kids that weren't yours? Wow. All right.
Simping ain't easy.
Damn.
All right. If you don't mind hanging on, Chase, I got Vince and a bunch of other calls. 1-855-FU Billy. Quick break. We'll be right back.
back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
Father of mine, tell me where have you been?
Sticking with a deadbeat dad on the Billy Madison Show.
Hello. Hey, hi, my name is William, and I'm calling in regards to cosplay, the Star Wars cosplay. I saw your group.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're calling in regards to the Jedi Knights Alliance?
Yeah,
Who is this again?
My name is William, and I was told that you guys might have some tryouts.
Yeah, there's tryouts.
Okay, and how does one commandeer a tryout?
Just sign up for a slot.
Okay,
Anybody
and
can try
then
out.
do I then battle somebody? Is this a bring your own sword thing?
Well, they're lightsabers.
Okay, do I need to bring my own saber?
Generally, we all here make our own, so if you could, that'd be great.
Is there like an age requirement? I mean, are children allowed to do this, or is just as adults, or is it like adults, with kids and swords and stuff like that?
This is more for adults, just because there's drinking involved. There's no children allowed.
Okay, well, dang. All right, I guess I have to get a babysitter. Well, that sucks.
Sorry.
Oh, it's, not your fault. What kind of, what kind of attire am I supposed to wear? Do I need to dress up like something? Or do I just wear street clothes like jeans and boots and like a shirt? Or how am I supposed to dress?
You get to create your own Jedi, whichever one you want to be. They typically wear robes.
Okay. All right. And so if I got to make my own Star Trek sword, and then I got to make my own Klingon costume. Is that what you said?
I think Klingons are Star Trek.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. All right. So I'm making a Star Trek sword, and then
This is Star Wars group.
And then it's on the...
You're making a lightsaber.
Okay. And that's on a Saturday?
It's on the second and fourth Saturday.
And that's where
right.
you guys meet, and then I just try out?
We actually try to reserve this for more hardcore fans.
Oh, good. Because I wouldn't want any posers in the group. You know what I mean?
We wouldn't really want to have any posers in the group.
That's what I just said. Yeah. I don't want any posers. I don't want anybody, all of a sudden he comes in and, he's trying to be a Vulcan and he's not. You know what I mean? And I got my lightsaber there and I'm battling this Vulcan.
Again, I think you're talking about Star Trek.
Oh, no, I'm trying. Maybe I reached the wrong number or something. I'm looking for the Star Wars.
You said Vulcan. I heard you. You clearly have no idea what you're talking about. You're mixing Star Trek and Star Wars.
Oh, my apologies. My bad.
How did you get this number again?
It's part of the forum group. It's what you guys are called, the Jedi Knight Alliance, where you guys meet on the second and fourth Saturday, correct? And you guys were going to hold some tryouts?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, I've done some theater and some things like that. Done some make-believe things before.
Well, that's great.
Once I played a male mermaid at the Renaissance Festival.
Okay,
and
well,
so
again,
then what you do is they put you in water, and then I also played a male fairy, but the fairies aren't allowed to talk.
Like you're not really
but you give anybody that comes up to you and give them like a fairy rock and then blow the fairy dust on them. But obviously fairies are supposed to be smaller, but I'm obviously a full-grown man, so what happens is then they'll try to talk to you, and the whole idea is that you don't talk, and I stayed in total character. So I think I'd be perfect for this. So I just try out. So I gotta make a robe, and then I gotta make a sword.
Oh. I'm sorry. It just sounds like I don't really think we're looking for beginners.
For beginners,
time.
I just gave you my whole damn resume, jackass. I just told you my qualifications. I worked at a magic time machine. I was a freaking pirate. I just told you all about all the other stuff that I did.
Yeah, but none of it has to do with Star Wars. So.
Well, of course not, because my situation with Star Wars is going to begin on the second and fourth Saturday every month when I take my Jedi sword and whoop your ass with it.
The lightsaber.
Well, I'm calling it a Jedi sword. You know why? Because I'm a better Jedi than you are.
Oh, I don't think so, dude.
I think so. I think my Jedi sword will knock your lightsaber right out of your hand.
You don't even know what to call it. You don't even know what to call it. You have no idea.
I'll tell you what.
So you know about swordplay? You really know about advanced swordplay?
Oh, I know all about advanced swordplay. My advanced swordplay is going to whoop your ass.
I don't think you do.
I got some advanced swordplay for that ass.
I think this is all. I think you've been with me this whole time.
There ain't nobody.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to on the second and fourth Saturday for some Jedi fighting. I was just asking for some details. And now you're popping off thinking you're a tough guy. And I'll tell you what. Hey, I'll tell you what, sword, I'll use my fist. And I'll whoop a Jedi's ass with my fist.
Well, there's no honor in that.
Now that we talk real men stuff here, and now all of a sudden you're being a pussy.
You know what, man? This is why we don't like to really invite that many new people in.
Yeah, because you guys are a bunch of weirdos.
This is why we don't let outsiders in.
Oh, I see. Now you're getting racist, Mr. White Privilege.
No, it's nothing to do with it.
Okay, no, it's sounding. You have a racial undertone there.
No,
you sound very discriminating. Well, what are you going to do when I show up on that second and fourth Saturday? And I go in there and I kick all your stupid Jedi's ass.
You have no idea what you're talking about. I don't think you know anything about Star Wars. I don't think you ever wanted to be a part of this group. And frankly, I don't know who you are or how you got my number, but I'm tired of this, man. Delete my number. Why don't you just block me?
Oh, I do. You're a pussy-ass Jedi. So you don't really have any Jedi powers, do you? You got pansy powers, don't you?
It's just a group, man.
Just a lame group with a bunch of dorks in it. Dressing up like a bunch of weirdos. Otherwise, you'd let me in there and whoop all your Jedi's asses. You're scared to have a real man with a real sword there is what I'm thinking.
We never let you in because we already know.
Well, guess what? I know a little something about you that you don't.
You don't know about me.
I know that you don't pay child support. So not only do you got all this time to play, Jedi mind tricks and all the other stupid that you do, but you don't have time to see your kid, but you have the second and fourth Saturday of every month to go be in a fantasy land. You're spending more visitation hours with these weirdo Jedis than you do your son. Or what do you think Yoda'd think about that? Huh?
I don't know what the hell
You're a regular Darth Vader, aren't you? Abandon your kids.
Who is this?
This is Obi-Wan. And you're Darth Vader. This is Luke Skywalker, and you're Darth Vader, and I'm about to kill you.
Yeah, very funny. You already made the Darth Vader joke. You made it twice.
Do you understand this is a prank call now?
Yeah, now.
Just now you figured that out?
Yeah, thank you. It's a prank call. Wow.
Hey, why don't you pay your child support instead of spending all your money on cosplay and little outfits and fake swords?
Who is this? How did you get my number?
My name is Billy. Listen, Darth.
Billy who?
Darth, pay your child support.
No. Who is this?
I told you, dumbass. My name is Billy.
How'd you get my number, Billy?
Oh, clearly you're talking to me, dumbass. Clearly my name is William, Billy for short, dummy. And this is a prank call because you don't pay child support, yet you have time every Saturday going out there with your stupid swords.
It's a lightsaber. We like Star Wars. Who cares?
Well, you don't like your kid because you don't see your kid.
Man, what does that have to do with anything? How did you get my number?
All calls have permission from all parties before airing. In some cases, we had to pay the loser-ass deadbeat dad cash in order to gain permission to air the call. Deadbeat dads are punk-ass bitches. The Billy Madison Show.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
What's up, Billy Madison Show? Got an hour away from a shot at $1,000. Stained Breaking Benjamin tickets to give away, too. You guys see that they're going to release the Minecraft movie sing-along? I think it's this weekend. So you can go see the Minecraft sing-along, and it's got the words to all the songs, and then you can sing along. The theater's going to be lit.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Now you can sing along and throw the popcorn everywhere. Chicken Jockey! Have you seen it, Nard?
I have not seen the musical, no.
No, have you seen Minecraft?
No, I haven't, no.
Is that
Gosh, where have you been?
Is that because of the court orders?
No, it's just
Okay.
because I don't like Minecraft.
I don't like Minecraft.
It makes me sick.
It makes me sick.
It's too much.
What do you mean?
It
They're
just makes me
blocks.
motion sickness. I can't play it.
Well, I know. You're watching a movie.
I know. I haven't. I feel like I have to play the game to understand the references.
Nah, it's fine. I've never played the game. I went there, had a great time.
Yep.
It's a good time to sing along this weekend. All right. Husband busted in fight over thermostat.
Okay.
You know how some of the questions that you need to ask before you get into a serious relationship with anybody is, what do you think of marriage? What do you think of monogamy? What do you think of kids? How many kids do you want? How do you want to raise the kids? What religion do you want to raise the kids? You got all these questions, right? There's one question that a lot of people forget to ask, and it leads to domestics like this. What temperature do you want the thermostat?
Yeah.
You have to ask that question. You got to know. Because now these people just got busted.
Mhm.
Anybody fight about the thermostat? There's a very famous scene if you watch, I guess, Daddy's Home 2.
Oh, yeah.
Where the kid's running the show,
Mm-hmm.
changing the thermostat, and he's too scared to upset the kid so he doesn't go to his stepdaughter and be like, hey, you got to keep the thermostat at this.
Yeah, she has it like 87. Something like that.
Yeah, and all the men are just
87?
sweating. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was so hot.
87.
Because she likes to
That's
sleep
not
with the
that bad.
window open.
Yeah.
It's wintertime.
So all the men were just
Oh, okay.
sweating.
Yeah.
Who touched the thermostat? And that's just a rule, right?
Yep.
Well, this 87-year-old Florida man was arrested yesterday for domestic battery after tangling with his wife when she sought to turn the air conditioning down in the couple's residence. We're talking an 87-year-old and an 85-year-old that are married. They got into a domestic dispute over the thermostat. The woman touched the thermostat,
Yeah.
prompting this man to allegedly push the victim away from the thermostat against the wall. When questioned by police, he reportedly admitted to pushing her and then said that the victim pushed him back. He was arrested. He's got a bit of a long rap sheet.
Bit of a.
If you
Okay.
will.
I did see this.
You see this?
Yeah,
And then
this-
the
yeah.
woman called the cops because there
Uh-huh.
was a domestic. Anybody fight over the thermostat?
I mean, I think it's definitely an argument that happens quite a bit.
Has to be.
Because, like, men and women just don't like the same temperature. So
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't at all.
It always weirds me out when I do run into that girl that's like, oh, no, she likes it 68. Because usually girls aren't like that.
Usually they like it 69.
Nah. Usually they like it like 74 or
Yeah,
something.
sometimes they like it warmer in there.
Oh,
I get
God.
cold.
Absolutely.
But as men, so we got these, heaters on us
Yep.
called balls.
Yeah.
And so we like it cold.
Cold. Absolutely ice cold.
That's how I want it.
Yep.
I want my teeth to chatter.
Mm-hmm. My chick hates it, though.
And
Hates it.
and then you know what they'll do? They'll wait for you to fall asleep.
Uh-huh.
And then they'll get up and they'll change it to
Yeah,
see
they
if you'll
do.
notice. And then you
Yeah.
wake up and you're just drenched in sweat. And you're like, what
100%.
the hell? I don't know what happened. I didn't
Yep.
touch it. I was asleep.
I get pissed off every time. You know, the worst part is that, like, my chick in the middle of the night, she gets up out of our bed. She ends up going to sleep in the baby's room. And she turns the temperature to what she likes in our room, like, different. And I'm like, why don't you just leave it cold? You're not even going to be in here.
Yeah.
Pisses me off.
It's a big fight.
Yeah. I
that
want to go in
couples
there and
have.
flip over the bed that she's in, but the baby's in there. Oh.
Yeah, you
So
shouldn't
I
do
don't.
that.
I don't do that. I want to. I don't.
Yeah, fighting over the thermostat,
Real
very
thing.
common. I don't know if we have, a lot of people that fight over it anymore. I'm not sure.
I don't know because men don't really fight. Like, when's the last? Men don't fight with their wives anymore. They're just like they bow
submit.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah, all they do is submit now.
Yeah, they just submit. Heel.
That's it.
That's what they do.
They're just well-trained dogs now.
So I mean, these things of like, oh yeah, husbands and wives fight over this and that. I just don't think they do anymore. Husbands just they do what they're told.
Says here, fighting over thermostat, very common household conflict.
Used to be.
I just maybe men don't fight about it anymore. Maybe they just have submitted.
Happy wife, happy life. That's how they live.
Yeah, the last thermostat war that I could see the article, there was one from 2022. How to end the thermostat war. Who's winning the thermostat wars in your home? That's what I want to know. Who gets to choose the room temperature
Oh, you
in
already
your room?
know. It's the wife.
Has to be.
Wife gets to choose everything.
You know, nobody lives by happy spouse, happy house.
No.
Happy wife, happy life.
Wives call the shots in every aspect. They control the money, the thermostat, just everything.
Yeah, and especially you got the happy dude, now the wife is rude.
Yeah.
'Cause anytime the dude's happy, she's not happy. So I'm just curious, who gets to choose? Derek, who gets to choose?
I do, because I'm still old school. And I'm not a total, I grew up with a woman that, like, tried to run over men. And, like, so I see how it's done. And I'm like, yeah, that's never
You're not
happened to
falling
me.
for that. What about you, Chris?
My wife, because she pays the bills.
Yeah.
Including the energy bills.
All right, and what temperature does she prefer it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even look at that.
You don't even look.
I don't even know where the thermostat is.
So
Nard
you don't
keeps
even
his
look.
house at 78.
I keep it off.
Yep.
And then I turn it on when I have my kid. But it's completely off
Yeah.
all day.
His electric bill is $30.
Yeah. Water bill is like 28.
No, I'm serious.
That's
When-
incredible.
Went over to his house. His house felt like a woman's house.
All the walls are damp.
No, it's
'Cause
warm.
so hot.
Dude, it's warm.
Yeah, it's completely off. Whatever the temperature is outside.
What was that?
Whatever the temperature is outside.
Yep. That's what it is inside.
It was 81 degrees in his house.
Yeah.
Men and women, to your corners of the ring, it's time to figure out, who gets. I think the woman does, right? The woman is the decider of the temperature that's in the bedroom, in the
Yeah.
house.
Yeah. No doubt.
This one says here, this man, he goes, he gave up on the fight because it caused too much conflict. And he says the only thing is then she gets mad when I sweat when we have sex, but it's so hot in the room.
Oh, that's got to be gross.
Has to be.
Yeah. It's just funny, though, how that works now.
It says here, when you fight over the temperature, you'll find most women at the warmer end facing off against chilly preferences of men.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're not supposed to live together.
I mean, that's what they say.
If
it's
we
like,
don't even like the same temperature of a house.
we don't like the same shows.
Yeah.
Not at all.
We don't like the same. Usually, we don't even like the same dinner.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, I totally understand that. How somebody could come to that conclusion about how we're not even supposed to live together.
There's another article. Is the thermostat sexist in your house?
That's funny. It's funny that it's like such a, I don't know. I guess it's not a small issue, though. Because it's all about the comfortability
Yeah.
of the home.
Of
and-
the home and the ladies. What's the chat saying?
Yeah.
Opposites attract, Billy. No, they shouldn't. It's a recipe for disaster. This person says they keep their house at 67.
Wow.
Cold AF. Put another blanket on.
That's
If your
badass.
husband paid the bill, then he gets to pick the temperature. Whoever pays the bill.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
My house. Yeah.
66 all year round with the fans too.
Damn. Icebox. I love it.
Yeah. Put on some weight, fellas,
What?
or lose some weight. Says too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Don't be a fat ass, and you won't be so hot.
That's true. Can't
Um,
argue that.
This person says she's a woman. She pays the bill, so she keeps it at 77.
Okay. That's psychotic.
Yeah, that is pretty.
All
high.
right. Did you verify this? And I am taking calls. 1-855-FU Billy.
Yeah, no, that was real.
Is it now? I just looked.
Yeah.
I just clicked it, and it says here the image is digitally altered to flip the category labels.
Oh, no way.
So the results for men and women listed in this graphic, you're supposed to reverse it. They had this thing yesterday where it was the roles of men and women in the U.S. households.
Yeah.
And they had it flipped, like, who does the laundry? And they had men doing laundry at 58%. It just seemed not real. But I do the laundry at my house.
It seemed real.
What's up, Joe?
So on the thermostat war, right now we have a peace treaty where I control the living room and she has a portable little AC in her room. And so far it's worked. The peace is hold.
Okay, so you guys came up with what they call a compromise.
Right. We came on compromise. I control the living room. She controls her room. The way I see it, I got more control because I got the living room, and the living room is bigger than her room.
Do you sleep in the living room?
Oh, no, I sleep in her room. I just make sure to have 3 blankets.
Why do you call it her room?
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's like her mother's den. It's like her mother's den.
Yeah, but you think about it. A lot of dudes call their bedroom their woman's room.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I sleep in her room.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not alone, Joe. I just find that to be an interesting little thing. Is that he called, I sleep in her room.
Yeah, you did pick the.
Do you pay the bills, Joe, of the house?
Yeah, I pay the bills. That's why I got the couch, the big TV, my living room. That's my place.
Gotcha. Okay. And he called, I sleep in her room.
Yeah.
What's up, Heather?
Hi. So my stupid ex-husband used to take the thermostat literally off the wall and hide it because he would get so mad if me or the kids ever touched the thermostat.
Oh, yeah, and you'd hide it in a special place, especially if you got one of those Nest ones where you can take it right off the wall.
I don't know. And then he would hide it, and then he was out of town a lot. So he would hide it, and then he would leave, and I would have no idea where it is. And it'd be like 85 degrees upstairs, and he'd try to give me some scientific explanation about how heat rises and the temperatures have to be 2 degrees apart. Thank God I divorced that guy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of psycho if he's going out of town and taking the thermostat with him.
Yeah.
He was crazy, super crazy.
Yeah, no, that sounds crazy.
That is psychotic.
Yeah, but that was a big fight for them. Appreciate it, Heather.
Went out of town, took the thing with him.
I don't want her. She's just going to rack out the bill. What's up, Chris?
So I actually have some tricks up my sleeve because I'm in the HVAC field, and I know how to raise up the temperature on the screen. So when I have it set to 68 or 70, it's showing that it's 75. So, it kind of pays to have a...
Oh, yeah, you got that brain. You got that HVAC brain, so you know what you're doing.
Oh, yeah. So if she complains, oh, it's too cold, I'm like, oh, no, babe, the T-stat says that it's 75, so go get a blanket.
Yeah, get a blanket. That way, that's a great way to do it. Deceive her.
Yeah.
Does she get mad if it gets too cold in there?
Oh, yeah. She flips out.
Yeah, they're always cold. Right? All the time. Always cold.
Yeah.
Tummy's hurting. Always cold. Yes, appreciate that, Chris. Yeah, so they had flipped this. There was this thing that was going viral, and it was like roles of men and women in the U.S. households.
Yeah.
And it was showing that men were doing majority of the household stuff now.
But I guess it wasn't true.
So they flipped the two. And
Yeah.
if you look at it, you can see that it looked like it might have been flipped a little bit.
It's funny, though, because it's absolutely believable. The dudes are doing more.
Dudes are cleaning the house more. They're caring for the kids more. They're grocery shopping more. They're washing the dishes more, and they're doing more laundry.
Yeah. No,
It says here that, 51% of men are cleaning the house. I bet you about 50% of dudes are doing about 50% of the work for the home.
Yeah.
Unless you're...
Across America, yes.
Yeah.
I think, honestly, like in our home market in San Antonio, I don't know if it's necessarily like that, but, across the country, yeah.
I think so. Some of the other more progressive states, I think we got...
Yeah.
Nard's a progressive dude.
Yeah.
He'll... If you want to swoop Nard, he's he's on the market, if you will.
Yeah, he'll cook, clean, get on all fours.
Little bit broke down.
SD.
Has a little bit, a lot of health issues.
What?
Right.
He's definitely a rescue.
He takes it right in the face.
I do not take nothing in the face.
He's not going to be the breadwinner. Or the bread maker. He's going to be the bread taker.
Yeah, he's the bread eater.
So, there was this audio yesterday that I saw where they were talking to this woman, and they're like, you like him enough to get pregnant by him, but you don't like him enough to date him.
Weird.
And she was like, yeah, of course.
Weird.
So you like him enough to get pregnant by him.
Yeah.
But you don't like him enough to date him. Yeah, exactly. What's wrong with that? How's that not make sense?
It doesn't.
Well,
It
I want to
doesn't.
hear from people. Does that make sense?
No.
You like him enough to get pregnant, but not enough to date him. 1-855-FU Billy. Hang on.
to the Billy Madison Show.
What the Billy Madison Show?
Yeah.
Let's see what I got coming up on the program. I got $1,000 if you would like that in about 38 minutes. $1,000 could be yours in about 38 minutes. I also got Stained and Breaking Benjamin tickets. So I have that on the way. Let me see what else I got for you here. I just got to scoot up here. Having sex once a week is perfect for a happy marriage. Just one time a week.
See?
Just once a week, they say is perfect.
Yeah. You ain't got to be doing it every day.
Yeah.
No, just once a week, they say. You done, Nard? You just had a big old,
Water.
I don't know. I know you
It's
just
good.
sounded like you took your bippy out.
No, it sounds like he's like blowing kisses or something.
Something. They say that men should be able to carry out mammograms.
What is that?
That's where women have their breasts looked at.
Yeah,
okay.
Squeezed or something.
The problem is that dudes are going to get into that for perverted reasons.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they should. I don't know. Maybe women would be comfortable with it. I don't know. I can ask the question.
I mean,
and I also
I don't know
have
if they
more
would
than a third of Americans secretly hate this question. Usually a friend or family member will ask you this question, and a lot of people hate this question.
Ooh.
And 95% of single women agree on one thing. So I have that coming.
That's crazy.
Do you have
95% of women agreeing on anything is crazy.
I know, it's pretty badass.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for the weird. I got it right here.
Okay.
So this woman had this weird interaction with this guy at the Apple store.
Okay.
Super weird. So I got to get to that. But I also want to know if we have anybody that could call in and maybe explain this. Like him enough to get pregnant, but not enough to date. You like him enough
understand
to
that.
have his baby, but you're like, I don't want to date him.
Is it just because like he has good genes or something?
Possibly. We can't answer that.
Yeah.
Because usually, I don't know. Usually when a woman gets pregnant, it's like, whoops, for a dude, right?
Oh, yeah, big time.
Or it's an oh, dang it.
Yeah. Oh, dang it.
Oh, dang it.
I like the oh,
Happened
dang it.
again.
Ah,
Yeah.
dang it.
Oh,
So-
that was an oh, dang it.
So I think that's usually how it goes. And then, then the
You're
dude
right.
warms up to it because it's scary. I'm sure it's scary for a woman, but it's just as scary for a man.
Right.
All right, this is the weird dude at the Apple store. And she brought it in to get her phone fixed, right? Because she was having some issues. And the guy was like, well, just so you know, we can look at your photos.
What are you saying? I'm saying we have access to all your photos, so while we're getting it fixed, you might want to back up any weird photos you have in your hidden folder.
You mean
things
weird
like that.
photos?
Oh. You
Listen to that pervert laugh. Oh,
Yeah,
That-
he shouldn't be working there.
no, he's
No.
doing that for weird reasons.
I don't even care if he's joking or not.
your hidden folder.
You mean
things like
weird
that.
photos?
Oh. You a lesbian? That's your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Just kidding. But yeah, I'll have access to your photos while I'm fixing this, so just wanted to back it up. Oh, your dog's tail's pink.
Yep.
What else is pink, huh?
Yeah, not great. Not great.
Yeah,
This is weird.
that is weird.
Even for me.
Just a weird joke.
Yeah.
If this
Yeah,
guy's joking,
You can't be joking with customers like that.
No, God, no.
well, that's why
Because
Nard
people
got.
already think that.
They do. And remember
Yeah.
when Nard got fired from that furniture store?
What?
Yeah?
I never got fired.
Yeah, you did.
I did not.
Yeah, for being a perverted, you get to
Right.
somebody's house, you're like, where do you want to put my, put the couch and my D?
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah, I remember that.
No, you do not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Lady bought a couch. He's like, oh, you want me to bend you over this?
Yeah,
did
why don't you
not.
bend over, see how you like it?
Yeah.
Now let's try this couch out.
Right. I do remember that. Nard was fired and sued.
I was
Hey,
not.
are you going to let the dog sit on the couch? What about doggy style?
Okay.
His family lost everything.
Remember that big lawsuit?
No, I don't
I
remember
do.
that.
What's up, Jay?
Nothing much.
What'd you want to say, Jay, today?
So a reason that a chick would want to be with have a baby with a dude but not be with him has to be because he's got pockets. She's gonna throw him on child support.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a
That's-
great
yeah.
guess. Because that's all we're doing as men. We're just guessing right now. It's just, it's fun and giggles right now because we don't know.
She's like, well, I mean, I don't want to be with this guy, but he could definitely help me out a lot.
Right? He's kind of annoying. He's got his pipe game's all right. And if I have his babies, he got some money so I can get some child support.
Yeah, and then whenever she needs more money, fucking.
We can't cuss, but I got you. I understand. Oh, let's go to Paige. All right, Paige, I got to play some audio. Can you hang on real quick? Where's that audio, Derek?
Which one?
The woman, maybe it's this one right here.
Like, I like him.
So you
I'm just not
him enough
sure.
to get pregnant by him, but you don't like him enough to be in a relationship with him?
Like, I'm working on it.
Let me repeat this for you. You like him enough to get pregnant by him, but you don't like him enough to be in a relationship with him.
Yeah.
Like, so, like.
She doesn't even know what to say. Paige, could you explain this to us? So a woman likes the man enough to get pregnant by him, but not enough to have a relationship with him. How does that work?
I mean, you don't need to love the man or be in a relationship to want his baby. Like I don't need to date a guy to be okay with having his baby. You know what I mean?
No, that's why we're asking. We want to understand
I'm
this.
confused.
Well, listen, most women can separate love and the desire to have a man's baby. Like, if I meet a man and he has the genes that I would want my baby to have, then, like, I'm okay with having his baby, even if, like, we were just hooking up. You know what I mean?
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you want to get pregnant by a guy for the genes, and then you want the guy that has the bad genes to raise the good genes baby.
Listen, I mean, a lot of the times the good genes are, not the good guys. You know what I'm saying? And then the guy that has, like, no interest in having a relationship with you, he doesn't, he don't have good genes, or he does have good genes.
Or you're saying that the man that you have a baby with has all the genes that you want, but he's not necessarily a good person. But aren't you worried that your kid's then going to be a bad person?
No, I just want my baby to have good genes. I could teach them to be a good person. Like, I don't need a man to raise it. I just need them, to be there financially.
Okay, so you want to find a guy, he has good genes, have his baby, get the child support, and then have him leave you alone so you can raise the kid to be a good person.
Bingo.
So you do need the man, technically.
Well, she only needs a man just for a little bit.
But she still needs him.
Well, yeah. We haven't got advanced that far where you don't need the man yet. But, yeah, she needs a man. But then you want the guy, the more reliable guy that maybe doesn't have the best genes.
Right.
To then come in there and help you raise this baby that's not his.
Well, he don't have to help me raise it. He could just, do his
help you
fatherly
financially,
duty.
be in a relation. I got you.
Yeah. Well, I could raise the child on my own. I don't need him.
Okay.
I just need the sperm. That's all.
Okay. So you don't need a man to raise the baby.
In my opinion, it's different for everybody. Like, I'm gonna say that because I know I'm gonna catch a lot of flack. But for me personally, I feel like I don't need a man to raise a baby.
Okay.
You teach them right, and you teach them to be a good person. Like, that's all you need to do. You don't. It's not rocket science.
Don't you think you need a good example of mom and dad, whether together or not? That's how you raise a good kid. Is teamwork.
Well, you can teach them.
Right. Let's say the parents are together, right? The stats say that kid's got a better shot. And they say, if the parents aren't together, but the parents, every decision they make is for the benefit of the kid, right? That kid has a better shot.
Right. But everything in life is a choice, right?
Yeah.
You make a choice to stay.
Yeah, but you're only having a man's baby based on his genetics.
Yeah. He got the good genes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't understand why this is hard for you to understand.
Well,
I mean, women are so interesting.
Yeah, you guys are.
Just how their thought process works is unbelievable.
So you will have a man's baby and go, I could never imagine being married to him.
Mm-hmm.
I could never imagine having a relationship with him. Ew. But his pee-pee game is great.
Yeah.
And he's got good genes.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the times, I'm not saying all men, but most of the time, that's all a man really could offer. They really have nothing else off after
Is
that.
this why there's just so many ugly people now? Because it used to be like two ugly people made like a really attractive person,
Oh
right?
my God.
You know what I mean? Now you got all these attractive people only having babies.
Yeah.
And now, you know, they say that we've gotten uglier.
Probably true.
Maybe inside.
I don't know.
I mean, just overall.
Yeah, they're saying we're getting uglier.
Overall, you got to be like, yeah, I mean, people are just uglier.
Yeah.
I know that they, you know, with the filters and the makeup and stuff like that.
Right, but when you see them in real life, they're ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest.
That's just, come on, those are just facts.
Let me go to.
I only feel uncomfortable on the internet.
But
like when I'm out in public, I'm like, oh, okay, I fit right in.
Yeah, because that's the real world.
Right.
What's up, Kelly?
Hey.
What's
good
up?
morning.
What do you got?
What's up? Hi, Billy. I don't know. Y'all talking about women that, don't need men. That was my mom.
Okay, so your mom just wanted to hump your dad and get his genes so he could pass them on to you.
Well, like, from what I understand, my dad had a family, and so they were just kind of, hooking up, having fun, and she found out she was pregnant, and he
So
showed
your
up at
mom
the
was the
hospital.
side dish?
Dang. Kind of, sort of, I guess. It was more, I guess, like, between him and her, whatever. Of course, this was the 70s. Woo!
Yeah, so
And,
your mom was like, I'll give you some.
Well, and she, like I said, she got pregnant, and he showed up and said, I'll leave, my wife, and we can make a family. She said, nope. She said, you've given me everything I wanted, a healthy baby girl. Bye.
Wow. And then do you have any relationship with your dad?
No, never even seen a picture.
You've
He
never
didn't want
seen
money.
a picture of your
Never
dad?
even seen nope.
Crazy.
Never seen a picture. Never. From what I understand, I've got his butt and his nose. You know?
Does that mean that you have a butt and you have a nose, or the opposite?
I guess his butt was cuter than my mom's because I didn't get it from her apparently.
That's always wild when the butts look like they should be on the other person. When you
Yeah.
see those couples out in public, and it's like, damn, he should have her ass, and she should have his ass. That's
Yeah,
weird.
that is weird.
I got lucky though.
Yeah, it's
So-
like Mr. Potato Head, right?
Yeah.
You need to take that ass off of him, put it on her. That's what Nard always says.
Right.
Nard says dudes have good asses now too.
I mean, they kind of can, yeah.
You've never seen a picture of your dad.
Nope, never seen a picture. I know his name and where he worked.
You've
The
never
late
looked up
70s,
a
and
photo to
that's it.
see if he's got a
Nope.
MySpace or something?
No, never.
Because
Never
he
have.
would be what? He's got to be in his 70s, right?
Yeah.
Well, he had a 7-year-old son when I was born, so I know I've got a brother out there or whatever.
Yeah.
But he
Everybody
he
has that.
Straight up said, "Yeah, right, couple," but
Nobody looks those up. Everybody's got a sibling.
somewhere.
Right? Everybody's got a sibling that they don't even care about.
Definitely.
Well, thank you, Kelly. Right? Nard, you probably got some siblings. Your dad was a cop. He was out there. He was having some fun, dude. You can't be on duty all the time like that and not
Right,
get
yeah,
booty.
your dad was out there. I mean, come
If
on.
you're on duty, you're getting the booty.
Yeah.
Probably.
That's how it is.
I mean, he definitely loved your mom, but
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, definitely loved her.
Don't say it like
What's
that.
up, Jose? What do you
Don't
mean?
say it like that.
So I just wanted to comment on what the first caller was talking about. I think she was talking crazy. I don't know. To me,
I think
feel
she's
like,
just talking girl.
I mean, I feel like whatever happened to having a baby with somebody is something sacred, I don't know. Maybe I was just raised different, but I feel like if you're going to have a baby with somebody, you should love that person and you should be committed to that person.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's the best way to do it for sure. It is.
'Cause,
But
I mean,
Paige doesn't want that nonsense. She wants
Okay.
good genes. And you know what?
Well, see, to me, that sounds selfish, because all you want is good genes for your kid, but then now you have your kid being raised without a dad. And I mean, sure, I'm not saying the mom can't do it by herself. That's not what I'm saying. But at some point, you have to realize, maybe that kid needs a father figure.
Right. I also think that a lot of times it's tough for you know what I mean? It's women usually don't lower, let's say they're horny, right? They're not going to lower their standards and go get with an okay looking dude just because they're horny. They're usually not going to do that. Where a man will do that with good genes, he will lower his standards just to get, some booty.
Facts.
So I do think there is
I'm
that.
not
So maybe
saying
the
that-
man doesn't even want a relationship with her, right? He just did it because, he was horny. And so he hooked up with this woman, but he never wanted a relationship with her. I think that happens as well. And then, she gets a baby out of the deal.
Yeah.
I get you. It would in a perfect world, everybody's having babies for love.
Sure.
But there's Paige. Paige, you want to have a baby because you want it to be aesthetically pleasing when it gets older.
You don't want an ugly baby.
Right? That looks bad on you, right?
Right. Who wants an ugly baby? You got to explain it. You know,
Right.
you take the baby out and the people are shuddering like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
What's that? What's up, Lauren?
Yeah, I think, of course, it would be ideal for everyone to have a baby based on love, but times have changed and dating is, from what I hear, horrible. And so I'm sure most people may make the decision based on, for the other lady that didn't have her father her whole life, that may be a contributor of why she's okay with having a child without a father in the life. But I think maybe some people would make the decision because they know someone that's a good father who would be involved and be there and play a part.
I don't know that women worry about that anymore because as we took a call from a dude earlier today, and he was just on the sidelines waiting for her to just, crash out in the dating pool and then go to him. And he simps for her, and he signed the birth certificate. She got pregnant by another guy. This guy was in the delivery room knowing it's not his baby and signed the birth certificate. If women know that there's going to be a guy that's going to play cleanup and take care of it, do they really worry about that?
I would. I think so. I didn't have a very active father either, and I think that it's important, like y'all said, to have both a good example of a mom and a dad. I think they would have better chances in life I'm not saying that it's not possible because I didn't have a father and I have a husband and children, and so it's not impossible to have that.
It is.
But
It is.
it's
The stats
definitely-
aren't in your favor, though. You have to really work at it.
Correct. If you don't have a father involved, the stats are a little different.
Yeah, it does feel like that.
Definitely.
What's up, Star?
Hey, fellas, how you doing today?
Good. Just Nard was saying, he's like, man, I wish Star was single.
What? I did not say that. I don't know what she
Yeah,
looks like.
he wants to be the moon to your star.
Doesn't matter what she looks like.
It does.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
Don't worry, if I was single, I'd feed you every day, Nard.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
PG, you know what?
Nard doesn't have much longer with us.
I
though,
do.
so-
I got plenty of
All
time.
right, go ahead, Star. What do you got?
So I end up getting pregnant by a guy that I knew back in high school. I had a huge crush on. We're no longer dating. Beautiful kid, total accident. Love him to death though. But would I ever go back to try to date him again? No.
No. So you're happy that you had the kid because you got those good genes.
Yes.
Yeah, but you don't want to have a relationship with him.
No.
So you understand what Paige was saying, that you were like, yeah, you know what? I got a baby. That's all I really needed.
Yeah, but I tried to use protection. That didn't work, and yeah. But he's a horrible person.
But you have a cute kid, so that's all that matters, right?
Yes, and he's not being raised by him, so I don't have to worry about him getting that same mindset as his father.
So you knew that he was a horrible person, but you humped him because you were just attracted to him.
No, he flipped the script once
gotcha.
he found out that I was pregnant.
Oh yeah.
Like we were both car heads, total car guy. He has 3 cars. We used to race.
Does he take care of his cars? He's got 3 cars, takes care of them all. He's got 3 kids, takes care of none.
One of them is not running.
Okay, one of them's not
There's
running.
dads out there like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
tough.
That is so tough.
Got 3 cars. Takes care of all of them really well.
All of them. Puts money in them
Those
every
are his
month.
babies.
All right, quick break. We'll be right back.
Back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
What's up? Billy Madison Show. Coming up next hour, I got Stained and Breaking Benjamin tickets. Hang around for 12 minutes and you got a shot at $1,000. Yeah, just hang out with us for like 12 minutes, then you got a shot at $1,000. How nice are we? I got to tell you what 95% of single women agree on. They agree on this one thing. And then I also said having sex once a week is the perfect recipe for a happy marriage according to a scientist. And men should help carry out mammograms. I just can't imagine that women would want that.
What? They're not going to want that. Or maybe they do.
I just don't think they do.
No, I agree with you.
Okay, ladies, be honest. When you go in to get a mammogram, if a dude pulled up and he's like, all right, ma'am, can you undo your shirt here or whatever do you do?
Mm-hmm.
Male health workers should be allowed to perform breast screening examinations to help relieve staff shortages, according to experts. But would women want that?
Yeah.
If something can save your life, you should go for it, whether it's by a woman or a man.
I mean, they have male gynecologists. Women go to them all the time.
I mean, aren't they going away, though?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like male gynecologists are definitely, like, they're becoming fewer and fewer.
I don't think so.
I feel like they are.
They are.
It's just because
I just had a baby, and like we had to go to the doctor, and this was whatever. My chick didn't have like a regular doctor, and it went to a place where there's nothing but gynecologists, and it was a whole office of just female ones. There wasn't a male one in the building.
Yeah, they have female care because they feel like a female knows what a female needs.
Right.
That makes sense. Derek
and I
goes
think this
to
generation of women that they're like, I'm not going to a dude.
I just don't know if that's the specialty that guys are going into.
Right.
Do you remember that? It's like, what do you want to be when you get older? I want to be a
gynecologist. That was like a joke.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a creepy old man joke.
Pervert joke.
Yeah.
Ladies, would you be fine? I mean, but there are some women that prefer a male gynecologist because they like the conversations better.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
There's a lot of women that prefer a male gynecologist.
Not a chance.
Yeah, there are.
There are. And so I could see where they're like, it's just boobs. It's not a big deal to have a dude do the mammogram.
It's medical.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Mm.
This dude says the best urologist he had was a woman. I believe it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. This woman, she goes, I've always preferred a male gyno.
Really?
Always had one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just think that would just be so weird.
If there was a dong doctor, I'd want it to be female.
They are. They're called urologists.
No, I want them to be male.
You want a male dong doctor?
No.
Yeah, I don't go to female doctors. I don't want them feeling on my balls. Nope.
I feel like they're more thorough.
No, give me.
I feel like the guy just wants to get it done.
Yep.
Right? The guy's like, all right, yeah.
Oh,
like,
man.
couldn't miss something,
I remember
right?
getting like physicals when I was in high school for like football or whatever.
Yeah.
And like I had this doctor that would do the sneak cough check. You know what I mean? He's like checking everything else. All of a sudden, boom, just slides the hand right in the pants.
Mm-hmm.
Cough. Cough. Didn't even see it coming.
Yeah, mine would lick his fingers.
What? Shut up.
No, you didn't.
Usually
Shut up.
I believe Chris.
Mine was real. Mine
was real too.
He would sneak.
played
He would just
football, I had to
sneak
get
in
the
there.
same thing.
He would sneak in there.
Yeah,
This dude says he prefers the female dong doctor.
Yeah, I would.
I don't know.
I don't know, because, when they got to check your prostate and stuff like that, I'd rather have a woman do that.
Mm.
Yeah, they got smaller fingers.
Otherwise, that's humiliating.
It is humiliating when they have to do that.
The girls' hands are always cold, though.
Yeah, but they're smaller, much
They are
smaller.
Yeah.
Right? You ever see just a regular man's hand? They're huge. Put a male hand up to any woman's hand.
Usually not doctors' hands, though.
Yeah,
because
they are.
male doctors are kind of like, they're a little dainty.
Yeah.
They're like nerdy, so they're like a little weak.
Let's go to Anonymous. Yes, ma'am. Do you prefer to have a man or a woman? You're Anonymous.
So I just had a baby, and I had a male OBGYN for both of my kids.
Okay, and that was better.
Way better, because contrary to what you guys said a minute ago, I just feel like they're more understanding because they can't go through it, so they kind of like feel bad and they're like, okay, well, let's make this as comfortable as possible for you.
Oh, when a woman's like, "Oh, I've been through this. It's not that bad. Deal with it."
Quit crying. Where the dude doesn't know, and so he just wants to make you as comfortable as possible.
That's an interesting take.
But doesn't he have to get a little handsy down there?
I mean, yeah, for sure. That part's a little awkward, but
yeah.
Was your man there while this dude's turning you into a puppet?
Yeah.
I hate how you describe
Yeah,
it.
I don't
And
like
so,
it.
and so your man's there. You're the Muppet. This dude is. And what does your man do at that moment?
I mean, he never really said anything. There was one time where he was like, I don't really know how interested he is in this whole pregnancy thing. I was like, well, he deals with this all day, every day. I don't think he's going to be so excited about our baby, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So he was like, man, he didn't have that much fun when he was doing that to you.
I guess so, yeah.
I thought he'd do a little bit more. That's interesting. So
Yeah.
you prefer the men because they're just better listeners, they're more compassionate, and you feel like he wanted to make sure you were as comfortable as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And then on top of that, like I did see female OBGYNs like when he wasn't available throughout my pregnancy because I was high risk and I had to see somebody like every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it was like what you guys said, like kind of like suck it up, you know, it's not that big of a deal. We all do it, you know, but with him it wasn't. It was always like, let's get you this medication, let's do everything we can to make you feel better.
Does he have to check the upstairs too? Honk on those?
I think like in the very beginning they check for like lumps, but aside from that, no.
Dang. All right. So I suppose after a while you're just used to being naked in front of the guy. It's like whatever.
Yeah, pretty much. And I've had the same doctor since I was like 18. So I mean, it's over the years it's gotten pretty normalized.
Now, is there any special care that you take before? Because you're like, oh, I got to make sure I clean my bits up before I take it to this guy.
I mean, I shower, of course, but I would do that even if there was a female. But I don't do like anything extra.
You don't shave or anything. It's
Lady-scaping.
No.
Nope. Okay.
He gets what he gets.
You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit, sir. Hilarious. So you wouldn't have a problem with, let's say you went to go have a mammogram, and it was a dude there giving you a mammogram. That wouldn't be a problem.
No. And then on top of that, I breastfeed now, so it's just like I've fed the baby in the middle of Walmart. Like it doesn't really bother me at all. Whoever's there.
Every time I go to Walmart, there's like 2 or 3 women there just breastfeeding. They're just shirts off, just breastfeeding their kids.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. They just feel right. You don't do that at Target or a Macy's, but at Walmart, you're like, I just take my shirt off and breastfeed my kids.
Oh.
Right? You just feel
and then
comfortable.
people are really rude about that too. By the way, that's a whole other topic. Right
Were they
there.
rude to you at
Yeah.
Walmart? No way.
Yeah,
No
I've
way.
had people come up to me and be like, "Oh, my husband and my kids are here. Do you have no shame? Like I'm feeding my baby." I don't know. People are weird.
So you take your whole top off, or did you just have one of those things where you just take one out?
I have like a cover that I use. I'm not that bold.
Gotcha. Because at Walmart, I saw this lady. She was just feeding both babies, and she was just
Yeah.
walking
Both
down the
of
aisle.
them?
Yeah, both. She had twins.
Wow, that's
Oh,
impressive.
That's very impressive.
That is impressive. Well, you see amazing things at Walmart.
Yeah.
Facts. That is so true.
If you can't afford to go to Disney, go to Walmart.
That I don't know if that compares.
It's almost
No,
the
I don't
same.
think so.
I don't think so.
It's
think so.
magical.
I don't think so.
All right. We got $1,000 in about 4 minutes that we're going to give to you. Hang on.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show. The Billy Madison Show.
Shout out to our awesome sales staff coming in here and giving Nard more money.
Yep.
I forgot to mention, we're still doing the Nardathon, trying to raise money for his rent, and he's also going to have money to get this surgery done. He's going to have his gallbladder removed. And then he's got these other things. They got to go through his butt to get these 2 stents.
They don't go through my butt.
Yeah, they are. It's a
That's
cheaper
where
route.
the surgery happens,
Nard,
buddy.
it's cheaper than going through your throat.
Yeah.
Because the distance is shorter.
The distance is short.
Yeah, and so,
much-
they do the surgery by the inch.
Yeah.
I'd much rather go through my belly button.
Well, they can't do that. They're going to go
Yeah,
through
go
your
through
butt.
your butt.
That's for rich people.
Yeah. If we can get that gallbladder out through your butt, they don't even have to cut you open.
Nope.
What? That's ridiculous. We don't need to do that.
Yeah.
No.
It's the only way to do it.
There's not. Yeah, there's plenty of other ways.
They call it the brown eye surgery.
Okay.
The brown eye special.
I don't want that.
They'll take out those stents, your gallbladder, and anything else that's stupid in there.
I'd rather do it without anesthesia. With
Yeah, I bet you would.
Yeah, I bet. You'll be awake for that.
Nope.
Yeah, he's like, I want to be
On all
awake for that.
fours.
Nope.
I want to feel it all.
I'd rather go through the mouth without anesthesia.
Oh, I bet you'd like it in your mouth, too.
That's fine. It's better than the brown hole special.
What?
What?
Oh.
That's
Whoa,
You had to
yeah.
hit the button on
Whoa.
that one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
Calm down.
Yeah,
We said
calm
brown
down.
eye.
Yeah.
Oh.
Not the you damn graphic.
Wow.
Wow.
Graphic.
This dude's got a problem.
We're still on FM, okay?
Jeez, bro.
Still rules, Nard.
Yeah,
Well,
take that over to TikTok.
Yeah, he's over on
You can't even do that on TikTok.
I don't think you can, actually, yeah.
No,
I think
they
TikTok
have
might be
rules.
more strict about their language than radio is.
Yeah, I know, right?
Stop it. What's wrong with you?
He's a creep.
Dude, we got to get a discount on the surgery. If they got to take it through, a different route, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, but not that.
Not that. He said not
I heard
that.
him. He's an idiot.
All right, according to the scientist, just doing it once a week is the perfect recipe for a happy marriage. Okay, all right, that's fine. So you do, but does the dude get to do it with other women other days of the week then? So you mean that dude gets it 4 times a month? I've always been a firm believer you should get it as often as you work.
Okay.
That's the perfect recipe. If you're the person and you're the breadwinner and you're signing up to pay somebody else's bills, right? And you're like, yeah, I love you. I'm going to pay all your bills.
Mm-hmm.
Then you should get it as many days you work. I think that's fair.
Gotcha.
But, maybe that's too much. I don't know. Like, my man works 7 days a week. Shut your ass, Bill. He pays all the bills. I'm not doing this 7 days a week. Are you kidding me?
I definitely think it's just all up to,
It's all up to the woman.
Well, it's all up to, as a couple, you guys should just be on the same page. Like, how often do you want it, both of you?
I have a theory.
What?
Your woman gives it to you as much as she loves you.
Yeah, I mean, but also, you're not accounting for the overly horny women that are out there.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the woman gives it to you as much as she loves you.
Yeah.
So if she really, really loves you,
It's just whenever.
She's giving it to you whenever.
Yep.
Well, if she's like, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you.
You're all right.
You're all right. She gives it to you, once a week, maybe
Right.
twice.
Mm-hmm.
And if she's like, I don't really love him, but, what else am I going to do?
Yeah.
She'll give it to you a couple times a month.
There's nothing better than, like last night. I'm falling asleep, and my chick's like, what are you doing? Wake up. I want some weenie. And I'm like, no, babe, I'm just going to bed, right? And I'm just pissing her off as I'm just, falling asleep.
Yeah.
But it makes me feel like $1 million.
Right.
You know what I mean? That I'm holding all that power.
You're wielding Excalibur sword.
My fat, ugly ass is going to sleep as this woman's begging me for sex. And I'm just like, nah, don't bother me. You know what I mean? Like that. There's no better feeling to me
Right.
as like a man.
Because the scientists say once per week is perfect. Just real quick, 1-855-FU Billy. I do have a theory though.
Oh, what is that?
My theory is your woman gives it to you as much as she loves you.
I think you're right. Yeah, 100%.
So if you're like, man, I don't get it very often.
Yeah, because
That's
she
how-
doesn't love.
she doesn't love you that
count
often.
That, you could say, "Hey, she really doesn't love me," and I mean, I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. If your woman's really into you, really loves you, she's like, I want to do it with him. Even if she's not in the mood, she's like, I want to do it with him because I want to make him happy.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
No doubt. It's hard to argue that.
Yeah. Ladies, I don't know if you want to back me up on this.
Yeah, we could be way wrong because we're speaking
No.
for you.
Yeah, I'm mansplaining right now.
Yeah, and maybe we're way off base on that.
No, I'm totally just hit the bullseye.
I mean, I'm sure you're right, but I'm just saying, like,
You're
if
going against
ladies
the scientists, though.
disagree with
No,
it,
not.
Yeah, they said.
Nah, I got a different theory.
Okay.
This scientist says once a week for a
Yeah.
happy marriage. I get it. All right, cool. But I'm saying is, as scientist Bill here, Bill, you know,
Yeah.
Bill, the science guy,
Yeah, I
is
heard him.
saying, yeah, she gives you cheeks as much as she loves you.
Right.
That's my theory. So
Not
if you
bad.
got one of these women, they're like, oh, she wants to give me cheeks every day. She's like, hey, do you need it tonight? Yeah, that's because she loves you. And then when the love kind of falls off a little bit, it's like, I better give it to him because otherwise, you know, he's just gonna bitch. Right? That happens.
Yep.
Let me read what this article says.
Okay.
Doing it once per week, the perfect recipe for a happy marriage. I think that's the perfect recipe. Maybe the woman's happy. She's like, well, see, I'm giving it to him. Get some. It's not sexless. You know, maybe she thinks that's good. But they say, you know, obviously the numbers decline as you get older. About a fifth of those in their early 40s said that they have no sex at all. If you're looking at the math, that's 20%. For those in their mid-70s, 57% don't do it at all.
Oh, that's awful.
That's right. You got your prime wiener years, and you better use them. The vast majority of couples who got intimate only every few weeks had lower levels of relationship satisfaction, but they were like, hey, there's a lot of relationship satisfaction if somebody feels like they're getting it at least once a week.
Yeah.
I don't know. You could tell if your woman's not interested in you, you don't really get cheeks. Imagine, go back to when she was your girlfriend. Bet you did it all the time. You know why? Because she was really into you. And then you get married, and I know they're like, yeah, but then you get married, you have a kid, you have responsibilities, you have bills together, you got all this stuff. You can't take 10 minutes out of your day? I just feel like if the woman's like, yeah, we got all this other stuff, let's have some fun. She's really into you. Let's see what the chat says.
Okay.
Nard better not say anything because he doesn't have a wiener during the segment.
Oh.
2 to 3 times a week is great. That's what this person says.
Yeah,
2
one
to 3
does seem a
times
little low.
date. I'm obsessed with my man. That's from, I guess, Decenti or something. I don't know. 2 to 3 times a day, she's obsessed with her man.
Wow. That's a lot of sex.
Got to keep those bits and berries healthy for my man.
Mm-hmm.
My husband asks, and I immediately bend over.
Oh, that's okay. Nothing hotter than that. I immediately bend over.
With Billy's theory, my wife really, really loves me.
Oh, there you go. That's
Yeah.
going to make you feel good.
Let's
That's
see.
nice.
Yeah, I think my theory's right. Science has it wrong, Billy. Once a week is not enough.
Yeah.
I will have to turn her down. She's so attached. My man turns me the F down.
Wow.
So I want it every chance I can get it.
That's hot.
Let's see here. Well, the problem is this dude says, I like to nail her for 2 hours straight.
Damn,
she
dude.
gets a little tired.
Damn, dog. Relax.
Yes. So a lot of people say, yeah, they like to do it.
Yeah.
Why
they
would
do.
you ever turn your man down, this woman says? Lots of dudes get turned down. Maybe
Yeah,
because they feel that they have to do most of the housework. You know, most got to take care of the kids. They don't feel like the man's helping out enough.
Been there, done that.
So they don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
This dude says he loves it when his woman attacks him.
Yeah, I mean that'll gas you up as a dude. At least it does me.
Yeah.
I don't know how how it wouldn't either. It's just like, of course, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Right when they beg for it.
Yep. But I'm still relatively young, so it's just like that's how that happens.
Derek's in his 30s.
Yeah. We'll see. I'm more worried about 40s and 50s.
See how that wiener is.
Yeah. Well, no, just see if it's still, plus now she's had a kid.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Could fall off.
Right. Like the sex is a little trash now.
All right.
Yeah, imagine with the second kid.
Yeah, well, I'm not doing a second kid.
Oh, yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
You've already done one. You may as well have another one.
No, absolutely
have
not.
A pair.
Well, I guess a second kid with her.
It's easy to do, like, just raise one kid. And you can still do, I don't know, you can't, like, do you see Chris's life? Like, it's crazy. He's got 2 kids.
Wow.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
It's fun.
It don't seem it.
Frank
you do got 2 boys, but still.
It says here, doomed couples don't have sex daily. It should be once a day.
Once a day is just like overkill.
Yeah, it is.
Look at Nard. Nard finally said something.
No,
I forgot he was here.
Wow.
I've been preaching this the entire
I thought
time.
they came in and paid him, and then he left.
No,
sales came in,
Yeah.
gave him some cash, and we
I
haven't
thought
heard
he
a
left.
word.
I didn't even realize he was still here.
Well, he's just counting his money.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, buddy. How you feeling?
All right, did you want to have some input on this?
Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I've been preaching this the entire time.
I've noticed that, too. I talked to him louder since he got out of the hospital.
Louder and slower. How are you?
Good.
All right, do you want to talk about this?
Yeah, I've been preaching this the
Okay.
entire time.
What would you like to
But
say?
you're cool with scientists saying it, but me, oh, you're dumb. You got low T. Oh,
You got little
don't-
teeth.
No, low T.
Oh, low T.
Yeah, you don't like to have sex, weirdo. Like, but the scientist comes out, oh,
I didn't say I agreed with the scientist. I
No,
think
he
the
didn't. He
scientist
obviously
is
doesn't
dumbass.
agree with the scientist.
I don't.
no, you said I just have a
There's
different
no way
outlet.
he agrees with the scientist.
You low-key were agreeing with the scientist, but
No, he
you're
was
like,
just reading the report.
Are you following along?
I am.
You want to count that money again?
Everything you know about Billy. You know damn well he doesn't agree with the scientist to have sex once a week.
My only reason for that is I just don't. I think unless you got a dude that only wants it once a week, I just don't know how many dudes wants it once a week. Right by the 3rd day, he wants to rise again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean I'm not for doing it every day, but once a week is that's not enough.
Yeah.
Once a week is very low.
What's up, Veronica?
What's up, guys?
All right, your thoughts. My thoughts are a woman gives it to her man as much as she loves him. That's the thermometer that tells you if your woman loves you. If it's hot, that means that she loves you. If it's not, that means, I mean, I'm not saying she doesn't, love you. She just doesn't love you.
There's a difference.
I don't really know about that. I mean, I agree with you 100%. Give it out as much as you can, girl. But also, I don't know. I feel like it also needs to be in a woman's point of view as well, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What's a woman's point of view? I don't know what that is. So what is your point of view? Do women just not want it as often? They don't crave it? Is it more of an inconvenience when they have to do it? And I could see that. You got to go in. You almost have to take a full shower after doing it, right? But ours, we just
You
take
really
a towel
do.
and wipe it off and
That's
call it
it.
a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't even wipe it
Yeah,
off.
there's
Sometimes
so much-
not.
There's so much that goes into it. It's not inconvenience, but it's inconvenience the before and after, because like you guys can just like bing, y'all ready to go, but like a woman, she has to like have a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and then she's done, and then like some men aren't even considerate enough to like clean her up, and she's just there. And then
Nard always does. That's
take
what he
a
says. That's his
shower
favorite
and,
part.
That's sick.
You're so gross, Nard.
You are gross.
Disgusting.
You're sick, buddy.
Well, he eats the scabs.
He does.
All right, yes, Veronica. So you think that that's one of the reasons why women doesn't want to do it too, because she's like, oh, now I got to have a full shower. I got to do all this stuff.
Yeah, and then like men are so quick. Women take, some time. You need to be gentle. You need to be like considerate of like her body, and like I said, if she
You're
doesn't
saying
get-
that like the dude doesn't warm it up enough.
yeah, it's still a little lukewarm, you know. Like you got to warm it up. You got to take care of it. You got to be nice and talk to it. You can't just like pound and then done because like what about my feelings? What about
Right.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy you as well.
That's right. You have feelings. Yeah, she has
I
feelings.
appreciate the
Well,
fight.
they want to feel emotionally connected. They need that emotional connection to be able to reach the big finish line a lot of times.
That's what I think when I hear Sexy Red.
No, Sexy Red does it different.
Yes, she does.
She wants
Pound
pound town.
She does it
pound
for
town.
money.
Well, thank you, Veronica. Some good insight. Let's see. Coming up on the program, this dude gave some, I think it's good advice. Never marry hot. Don't ever marry hot. He's a divorce lawyer. We'll get to that. Plus, I got Stained and Breaking Benjamin tickets. Got to give those away. Hang on.
back to the Billy Madison Show.
Yes, Billy Madison Show. This might be some good advice. This is from a divorce lawyer.
Okay.
I feel like men will be like, screw that.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm not doing that.
All right.
Don't marry hot.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, people have
We've
said
been
that.
saying that.
Yeah.
If you just marry hot,
Mm-hmm.
you know, one thing that fades is
Yep.
looks. And be honest. I mean, looks are going to fade. Your body's going to fade. You're not going to be as hot.
Yeah.
Right? So you got to have something else that you guys agree on, that you guys like about each other. Listen to what this divorce lawyer said.
Don't marry somebody because they're hot. The painful lesson I see every day as a divorce lawyer.
He called it a painful lesson that he sees every day.
Yeah.
When people marry hot. And it just comes crashing down. Now, some people might go, worth it.
Yo, absolutely. Because that's how they feel. About, Nard is one of those guys.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Like, he wants to be with somebody that is really, he just will not be with somebody that's ugly.
I'll just drive this car until it's a beater, and then I'll trade it in for another hot one. There's just, you know, look at what Leonardo DiCaprio does.
And I think Nard would be more, you know, open to it. Because, like, his ex was, I mean, she was cute, but, like, you can't be like, oh, she was so pretty. Not his ex-wife, but his ex-girlfriend before his ex-wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You mean his soulmate.
Yeah.
The one that he should have
The
been
one
with.
that kind of, when you looked her in the eyes, she kind of looked off a little bit, you know? It's like she wasn't, like, the hottest, so.
No.
But I think it's because his ex-wife ended up getting with a guy that's, like, a good-looking guy. And so, like, Nard's like, I can't be with an ugly girl.
That's what it is.
You know what I mean? Like, he can't just bring her. The person he's with has to be hot.
Well, the person that she's with now is a younger, healthier, taller, more handsome, more in shape
I will
version
say he's
of
more
Nard.
handsome. I will say he's not bad
Oh,
looking.
Nard
though.
showed me photos. He's definitely more
Yeah,
handsome.
he's a good-looking guy. There's no doubt about it.
Younger. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Did I say more handsome?
I think so.
Taller?
But she's older
More
than
in-
both of
more
us.
in shape.
I know. But what we're saying is, like, what you bring around has to be, you know.
He's worried about that.
Yeah.
The aesthetic of what he's going to bring around.
And that's a problem.
Yeah, so this is what this guy says.
He's missing out on some quality girls.
He is.
That love him. I met
According
some
to
of them.
divorce
Yeah.
These girls love Nard.
Yeah, and we don't know why.
They love him. And
Well,
he's like, no, they're just my friends.
Yeah, listen.
According to divorce statistics, physical attraction is the worst indicator for a successful
The
marriage.
worst.
When physical attraction is the foundation for your marriage, problems are going to arise. If you don't have compatibility based on your goals, where you want to live, how many children you want to have, your religious views, you're destined for failure. If it's just based on physical attraction, you're likely heading for a divorce because, as we married people know, physical attraction fades. You need to base your marriage on things that are more solid.
Man, this is some good advice, but you know, there's people that be like, screw that.
Yeah, I mean, it's good advice, but
who's taking that advice?
I mean, hopefully somebody does.
Nard, are you willing
It's
to take
good
that
advice.
No.
He won't do it, and I respect that about Nard.
No,
I like that Nard's honest about it.
I don't respect Nard. I'll tell you why.
I respect that he's honest
I
about
don't
it.
respect him at all.
That I have a type that I like.
Yeah, I just don't respect you because
Why?
Because anything we tell you to do, you do the opposite.
Well, when it comes to me having sex with a girl, I gotta enjoy it. I can't just sit there and fake it.
I just need full control.
They're saying that you would enjoy it
Yeah.
if you connected on an emotional and other levels, but you are strictly just only on the aesthetic of the woman, and that's why it's a problem. That's why you're still single.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah. But you just
I
gotta-
do.
Yeah, Derek does.
Why?
Because
Yeah.
financially, we need you to find
Right.
somebody.
Yeah, I need you to find somebody. I need you to do it quickly. Hurry it up, bud.
I'm hurrying.
I've been waiting around for this. You know what I mean?
Somebody to take
At
care
some point.
He needs a caregiver. I mean, at
Yeah.
his age
Yeah.
and his
Yeah.
health, he needs I don't know. Have you thought about moving into one of those care facilities?
And you don't have to do that if you just get with just a not as attractive woman as you're going for.
Derek, perfect. Let's get Nard. There's got to be a care facility where you guys live, so he's close to his son. His son comes over. They can play
it's ran by the
backgammon.
state.
backgammon. They can what
No,
else
I
do you
don't
do?
think so.
Color pictures.
That's not gonna work.
I saw this guy go in there. He's bringing roses to all the ladies.
Yeah. But his son can't stay over.
Why?
So he's got to stay at his own place.
Yeah.
I think
He
at
just
those
needs
places
to get
he
with
can.
he. That's fine, Nard. I'm fine with you still being a dad, but you're gonna have to bring in an uglier woman. It's
Yeah.
gonna have to happen.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
Either you do it or I'll bring her over myself. I'll just drop one
No,
off.
we're
soon.
gonna have to do one of those arranged
Yeah.
marriages.
You're not gonna. I don't know who you think I am, but like I'm gonna work on it. I know what that means.
So I'm gonna work on it.
What am I, a
getting
big
fatty.
dummy? I'm a big
Yeah,
dummy.
you just said you're a big stupid
You just
idiot.
said I'm a big stupid is what you just
I'm
said.
saying I'll
did.
find me a
Yeah.
big fatty ugly.
Yeah, I'm just
No.
saying you don't have to be a big fatty ugly. Your standards are just a little too high.
Yeah.
What's up, Belle?
They're a little too high.
Yeah, lower your
They're a
standards,
little
dude.
too
I would-
high.
They're
I would
not
advise
too
you
high.
He's gonna have to
They're
up
a
his
little
age
too
group
high.
too, 50s and
They're a little too
60s.
As-
You know, the best of the
parents
50s
who
and
are-
60s. That's what nice Kono girl,
Yeah.
which is
My
the station
son
down the
is-
hall.
Like I met the one girl at the
Guys.
hospital. Like there's nothing wrong with
Guys.
her.
No.
Yes, go ahead, Belle. Sorry.
Even my son, even my son who is a hottie. I mean, I'm talking super duper freaking handsome. Goes to the gym every freaking day. Will not lower his standards. And this dude is, I mean, his voice is like, if you guys got him on the radio, he could call an elephant from here to Africa. His voice is so amazing, like your dude there, like your Chris. But anyway, my son tells me, Mom, yeah, and the other one's a drummer. He's into heavy. He's underground, like just heavy stuff. He's even buffer. But he tells me he's got a gordita, a white little gordita that loves him, and he loves her. He tells me, Mom, my brother, I'm sad to say, Mom, if he doesn't lower his standards, he's going to be single. He's
I know that
wasting-
Nard needs a good torta.
Mom,
Yes.
His chick was so hot, dude. But you looked at her feet, and they look like boats. They look so freaking weird.
Man, we got to get off that because you can just put socks on those. You can't
Right.
put socks on her head.
No.
Okay, but you
He
can't
likes
put
her-
socks on her feet. You gotta if you're disqualifying a woman because of her
Everything
feet,
else-
that's insane.
Everything else was a 10, and she cheated with his best friend.
Oh
my
gosh, it was
God.
the feet.
Man.
It was the feet.
True story,
Oh, my
guys. True story. But lower your standards, Nard. honey.
Yeah, nice
lower.
torta is what
Yeah.
you need.
Either that or I'm gonna make you pick up somebody at Gaiosa.
Gaiosa.
You're gonna have to lower those
Dar's
standards.
favorite event.
Yeah.
Come on,
We
get
need
it
to
together,
do that
pal.
Next year.
You gotta have. I mean, what are you looking for in a woman?
Blonde hair, big boobs, makes $1
No.
million. You
All right,
know, a
be
girl that you
realistic.
would,
Kids.
a girl that you would build in Sims.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we get back to reality here?
Yeah.
Nope. He puts on that VR headset and takes off. Oh, here's my beautiful land of women.
All right. So what would you like then, bud?
I just like a girl that
A
likes-
hurl? You want a hurl?
Yeah, that's what big girls are.
No,
what-
stop it.
But
You won't even talk to
this
him.
guy.
I do.
No,
Oh,
you
he's
don't.
just
Yeah, I
so
do.
bad.
Yeah, you talk to him as friends.
Yeah.
Why would any
I just
big
don't know how
girl
you're
be
gonna
his
meet
friend?
a girl your age that isn't a little bigger.
Okay, I have some audio. This is gonna be Nard when he gets older. He's gonna be in line
Yeah.
to check out with chickens, and this is what. Yes.
You know who I am. I don't want any trouble. I got 5 chickens. I don't want any LED on them. None. Scan my shirt 5 times, buddy. 5 times.
He's got the QR code on his shirt. He's like, scan my shirt. Don't scan the chickens because you're going to mess with my chickens.
Yeah.
This is going to be Nard.
Yeah.
All alone, no wife, nobody talking to him, just there. Scan my shirt.
That's a regular credit card. Okay, hold on. I got one. Here you go.
He doesn't want any LED on his chickens.
I want to charge it on this card. I want to put it on this card. Scan it.
I think he's a TikToker.
Scan it.
I did.
Okay.
This is going to be Nard.
Yep.
Right, just the weirdo at the grocery store.
Yeah.
It's going to be you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're going to be like, I haven't talked to anybody. I'm going to go in the grocery store.
Yeah, it's fine.
What's up, Cody?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Long time listener.
You want to date Nard?
No, I don't. I just want to tell him, look, I love you, Nard, but you are a jerk, dude. You're a jerk with the way you say things, man.
What I
He
say?
is.
You are a little
And
jerky.
also, he is, but also, no one that's participated in the Special Olympics, let's be honest, should have standards so high.
Oh man,
Well, that's not
Try
fair.
getting that through his head. He's got a point though.
Well, thank you, Cody.
He's got a. You do
He's
have
like,
rights.
I got rights.
Nobody's taking away your rights, Nard. Calm
Rights
down.
of what I like.
Okay, but this guy's like, hey, buddy, like you know.
Just because he probably settled with a fatty doesn't mean
I
have
doubt
to.
he did. I bet he didn't.
He's just saying you're a bad person.
He's just mad.
No, but he's just speaking
You
facts.
know, Nard, it's just shocking though. Somebody that has went through some of the things you went through in your life that you're like, you have these certain standards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of
absolutely. It's just like a homeless person giving them hot food. They're like, nah, give me the cash.
Yeah, and people hate those people, right?
Okay, that's fine.
Yep.
But they like what they like.
That's exactly what it is.
And
Yeah,
that's
it
why-
is. And
You
that's
just
been a great
described-
comparison
yeah.
to yourself.
Yeah, that's
That
fine.
you're a jerk.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
What?
fine.
That's
I like
hilarious.
what I like.
Yeah.
And you can't.
So you support the homeless people that when you like try to give them a hot meal and they're like, nah, just give me the
I just
crack.
don't give them anything.
All right.
Well,
So
he's
you don't
gonna
help
be a
out
homeless
anybody?
Yeah. How can I help somebody if I need help?
You have hands, don't you?
What am I gonna do with them?
You can help somebody with your hands.
How am I
How?
going to help
If you
somebody if
can't-
I need help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always just about you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Right now.
100%.
Right
He's like,
now.
yeah,
this-
right now
this-
and yesterday.
This quarter. Yep.
This quarter?
Every quarter.
What's up,
Next
Bill?
quarter.
Now he's living life in quarters?
You got to.
What's up, Bill?
This quarter?
Guys, good morning. Good morning. Settle down, Derek. All right. Listen, guys, isn't there a dating site for Nard to go to for the chromosomally challenge?
No, there's not.
I don't know. You should develop it. You dumbass.
Oh, he's getting so mad right now.
No.
Oh, he's
not.
getting so
I think
mad.
It's funny that,
Why are you getting so hot about
I
it?
think it's funny that two guys are worried about who I'm dating.
Yeah, because I'm trying to get out from under the Nard, supporting Nard fund.
Super Dave says Nard asking for help but won't help anyone. Wow.
How am I supposed to help if I got nothing to give them?
Yeah, you do. You have time.
Yeah.
I don't got time. I gotta work.
I'll just let you know there are a lot of people that don't have anything to give except their time, and time
Well,
is
what-
even more valuable.
When do
a lot
I
of
got
time.
time to give someone my time?
You want me to break down your schedule? I don't know. I'd have to follow you.
Yeah. Because it's nothing but work, work, work.
I'm sure there's not.
It is.
I see you online a lot playing video games.
Dude, I haven't played video games in months.
Well, you've been in the hospital.
And
What
I've
are you
been-
talking about?
and
I
I've been
see
busy.
you online.
You do not see nothing.
I'm like, Nard is.
I think it's been like 4
what
months,
is- what
5
is
months.
your handle? Nard is black or whatever?
No, you are. What?
What? I'm trying to think. What is
He's
your
just
handle
trying to
online?
think. Don't get mad.
We be
Yeah.
trying to
Hey,
think.
Nard,
my
can we
ass.
make it about the
Wait, look,
listeners
oh,
now,
it's
please?
Nard is back.
Okay.
Nard is back.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Okay.
All right.
Not Nard is
I got
black. My bad.
Stained
My
and
bad.
Breaking Benjamin tickets.
Sorry.
1-855 FU Billy. That's 1-855 FU Billy if you would like those.
Sweet.
Yeah, if you would like that. 1-855 FU Billy. If you would like to, I don't know, get some of these tickets.
Yeah, I'm sure they would.
I need
Oh,
4
yeah.
contestants.
Mm-hmm.
Huge show.
Huge show.
Yeah. Are you able to get me tickets there, Chris? Did you say you were?
Depends on who you pick.
What do you mean?
Who you picking?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Me, Nard, or
So can I play and just win the tickets for myself?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Let's see what we can do.
I
yeah,
got
we'll
the
see what
answers
we can do.
too, so I would win.
Oh man, you got a real advantage.
Lewis.
Yeah.
You want the Derek?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Got you, Lewis.
Aaron, you get the goof. Nobody's picking
All
Nard
right.
after Nard just acted that way.
Oh man, Nard's got attitude today.
Chris.
What?
Well, I'm sorry. What did you just? The
He-
record was skipping. Did you not hear the record skip? It was like,
yeah.
whoop, whoop, whoop.
He is
That's
so
what he
mad
just
right
did.
now.
I'm not even mad. I just think it's funny.
The record.
You
just
think it's a
skipped.
funny?
Yeah.
It's a funny.
All right, Josh,
He's done
you get
speaking
Nard.
well.
He's glitching.
I think it's a funny.
No, he just said whoop, 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 whoop.
He did.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
He did
whoop,
say
whoop,
whoop whoop whoop. whoop.
All right, we're ready to play
I
our
just
game.
think it's a funny.
We're gonna do 90s trivia. True or false? The first Harry Potter book was published in the 1990s.
Huh.
Goof. I heard huh.
Yep. Hun's not a person, so that's
No.
got to go to Goof.
All right, Goof.
True.
That is true.
Wow. I'd have got that wrong.
1997, I believe.
Damn.
Nice.
Damn.
That's why if you watch the movies, there's no cell phones,
Well,
right? There's no
okay.
real technology.
Yeah, Well, this was about the book.
True or false? The TV show Friends premiered in 1999.
Chris.
Man, I heard Derek.
That's got to be false.
It is false. Anybody know? I'll give you a point if you know the year.
1994.
Yes, thank you.
What a nerd.
Which one? Which one's thank you? Which one got it right?
That was Chris.
That was Chris. That's like his favorite show.
Well, one of them.
True or false? Nintendo 64 was released in the 1990s.
Derek.
Yeah, Derek.
Yeah, it's true.
That's true. True or false? Google was founded in 1998.
Nard.
Yes, Nard.
That's false.
Chris.
Yes, Chris.
True.
That is true. True or false? The euro became physical currency in the 1990s.
Derek.
Yeah, Derek.
That's true.
Chris.
Goof.
Chris.
Damn it.
False.
False. It became physical in 2002.
Wow. Late to the game, huh, Europe?
The movie Titanic was released in 1996.
Chris.
Yes, Nard.
False.
Goof.
No.
That is false. It was 97.
97.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. True or false? Bill Clinton was elected president of the United States of America in 1990.
Derek.
Goof.
Yes, Derek.
That's false.
Goof.
That is false. It was 92.
Yep.
True or false? Y2K scare happened in 1999.
Derek.
Yeah, Nard.
That's true.
Chris.
Goof.
That is true.
Okay.
Yeah, it peaked near 1999. What is our score?
And Chris has got 3, Derek with 2, Nard and I have 1.
Okay. True or false? The World Wide Web became publicly accessible in 1989.
Derek.
Yeah, Derek.
True.
Goof.
Goof.
False.
It is false. It was the 1990s.
Damn it.
Michael Jordan retired from basketball for the first time in the 1980s.
Nard.
Derek.
Yes, Nard.
False.
That is false. It was the 90s. True or false? Seinfeld ended in the 1990s.
Derek.
Goof.
Yeah, Derek.
That's true.
That is true. It was 1998. The Berlin Wall fell in 1995.
Derek.
Goof.
Yeah, Derek.
That's false.
Chris.
That is false.
Mm.
That is false. It actually fell in 1989. What is our score?
Duh, you don't think I know when that happened?
Chris
Duh.
and Derek have 3, Nard and I have 2.
True or false? The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air aired during the 1990s.
Nard.
Goof.
Yeah, Nard.
True.
That is true. True or false? DVDs were introduced in the 90s.
Goof.
Derek.
I heard Chris.
True.
That is true. Did you not say your name?
I don't think you did.
No, we didn't at all.
I didn't, but yeah.
That's all right.
Okay,
You
I
heard
can't give
Chris.
you the point then.
Why
It's
not?
hard when you guys are all together. Then I heard Derek.
You taking a point away from me?
Yeah, I am. If you didn't say your name,
Yeah, true.
that is true.
Good job, Derek.
Thank you.
Yeah.
True or false? Britney Spears released her debut album in the 90s.
Derek.
Chris.
Yeah, Derek.
That's true.
That is damn true. Nora, where you at?
I'm right here.
That was your girl.
Yeah,
All right, Toy Story
No, she's not.
was the first full-length CGI film released in the 1990s.
Goof. Dang.
Yes, Goof.
True.
That is true.
Good job.
True or false? The Spice Girls were formed in the 1990s.
Derek.
Chris.
Yeah, Derek.
That is 100% true.
That is damn well true. What is our score?
So Derek's got 6, and the rest of us have 3.
Okay, quick. World Trade Center bombing occurred in 1993.
Derek.
Goof.
Yeah, Nard.
False.
Derek.
Chris.
Yeah, Derek.
That's true.
That is true. That means Derek wins.
Big win.
Nard's like, well, it's 9/11.
Oh, yeah.
Man, congratulations. I'm sorry. It was, I just hung up on him. Call back, bud. All right, call back. Sorry, the buttons are a little sticky. Call back. Lewis, you won. Call right back. All right, buddy. We go free up some phone lines for you. Just as you win and they get hung up on.
Yeah.
Don't
right.
worry, we got
You're
them for
probably
you. Lewis.
celebrating.
Like, wait, what? Where'd they go? All right, I got the news coming up next.
It's time.
Now it is our job to report the news.
The big-ass giant world news.
The revolution will be broadcast.
On the Billy Madison Show.
Yeehaw! Let's do some news. All right, I got to find it. Where did I put my news? Oh, yeah, it's in the back of the prep. All right, what do I have? Oh, this New Jersey bakery urges customers to stay out and only use their drive-thru if they're wearing this one thing. What do you think it is, Nard? Are you praying?
No, not praying, no. I don't know what they...
Okay, well, the correct answer was perfume. I was looking for perfume, cologne. They don't want you coming in their bakery with tons of perfume and cologne on.
Gotcha.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So they're like, hey, we're urging you, please don't come in if you're just with tons of perfume and cologne. Just use the drive-thru. It's a surprising request, but some say, you know, on planes they tell you not to wear a bunch of perfume.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it's like a choking hazard or something. I mean, it's bad. I don't know.
They said that, you know, perfume was a big problem with some of Shador Sanders' interviews.
I believe it.
Yeah, he was like drenched in it, I guess.
Well, didn't he? This is the guy. This is Deion Sanders' son, who should have been the 3rd overall pick in the draft and fell to like what 145 or something.
5th round.
Fifth round. Was it all the way down to 145 or right around there?
Yep.
And I mean, he missed out on $30 to $50 million.
Right.
He was wearing $100,000 chain, I guess.
No, yeah, no, he was.
And then the teams that he didn't want to play for, he just bombed the interview.
That's
that
what
correct?
they said, yeah. And he was wearing a lot of like cologne, perfume stuff.
And
it was bothering some NFL execs.
Didn't his dad say if we want to go to the team that we want to go to?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that contributed to it. I was just pointing out that I also heard he wore a lot of perfume.
Do you think he's going to do well once he gets to the NFL?
No, not at all.
Just too much ego?
Yeah, definitely.
Not enough team player?
Yeah, he's just, I could be wrong. I mean, I bought a bunch of his cards this morning, though, just in case I'm wrong.
Okay, smart.
Yep.
UFO experts claims that aliens are murdering innocent people. What do you think about this, Nard?
Aliens are murdering
been
innocent?
happening.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. In your neighborhood?
No, just everywhere.
In your neighborhood?
Well, where? Like Oklahoma? Like where have you experienced this?
No, I haven't experienced it. Like,
So you don't have any firsthand accounts?
No, who does?
It's trust me, bro.
Oh, okay. So we're just supposed to trust you that
Yes.
aliens are coming here and they're just killing people?
Yes.
He's been telling us
But
that.
you haven't seen one alien? You've not been
He's
abducted?
not seen it
From outer
once.
No,
space,
they
right?
haven't tried to get your groceries or nothing?
Nope.
Okay.
He has no. Hey, he's had 0 encounters.
And I'm supposed to believe you?
So I don't know why he has such a strong feeling about it.
I don't know. That's weird. I get it if he was like, man, they touched my butt.
Even
like,
if he
get it.
claimed like he's like, no, I've seen it before.
I seen
Then
some.
it's like, all right, well, that's why he believes this because he thinks he's seen it.
Yeah, I seen them. They're
Yeah.
little big old 8-foot green creatures.
But he never ran into that at all, and he's still like, nah, it's happening.
You never played touch my butt with an alien?
I've never played Touch My Butt. No.
Okay, I was just checking. You just seem like you have a strong opinion on it.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely well known.
No, it's
well
not.
known.
That's why the aliens are
Yes.
just murdering
I don't
a bunch
think
of
it's
people.
definitely well known.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Acrobat plunges to the ground in front of horrified
Oh,
crowd
God.
after upside down act goes haywire. Man, I was at some circus and I saw this happen.
Yeah,
And all they do is they just take him out on a stretcher and continue like it didn't happen.
Oh, absolutely. You got to keep the show going.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the
That's what they did
greatest
at WWE.
Yeah, Vince McMahon runs the circus.
Did Owen Hart fall from the rafters, die, hit in the ring, and then the show must go on.
Yep.
Man, it is. I like seeing people get hurt makes me physically ill.
Oh, absolutely. I don't like it.
I do not like it at all.
I don't even like watching fight videos, to be honest.
Nah.
They get knocked out and then like kicked in the head. And
Yeah,
it's just
that's
like I
just
don't like
gruesome.
it. I don't like it.
Gen Z is the most likely age group to be hit by trains.
Oh God, how stupid!
Yeah.
What a stupid thing to be known for.
Well, because when we were growing up, if you lived by trains and stuff like that, they'd be like, "Hey, watch out for trains. Don't wear your headphones." But they're most likely to be so busy on their phone,
Yeah.
and have earbuds in.
Well, I don't think kids really pick up on like anything at all because they're always just like in their phone or in whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't even have the talks with kids about anything. Like,
just-
watch out for trains.
Got a timeout. What's going on, Nard? Are you
Cold.
giving birth?
Very cold.
You're cold?
You're such a woman.
So cold.
What's up, buddy?
Do we need to call you an ambulance
No,
again?
I'm just cold.
Are you seeing a bright light?
No, I'm not. No.
All
Go
right.
to it.
What?
Go to it.
Well, why are you so cold?
I don't know.
Do you
It's
see your mom?
Super cold in here. No.
Do
I
you see your
don't.
mom and daddy?
All right.
Okay. Wow.
All right. Do you see Branson?
Nope.
Go to her.
Oh my god.
The 4 a.m. wake up is not just for the superhuman CEOs anymore. A lot of people are doing the 4 a.m. wake up.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we've been doing it for a long time, but
Yeah, it's not great.
no, I do not feel like Superman throughout the day.
Yep.
Nard, you feel like Ass Man, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I guess a bunch of people. It's like they get their day started super early. Man, if I didn't have to, I sure wouldn't. I sure would not just wake up. I would be way more productive if I didn't have to get up at 3:30 in the morning.
Absolutely.
Beaver filmed farting on riverbank.
Mm-hmm.
So massive that basically what they're saying is the beavers, because they don't want to let people know they're there or like fish or I don't know, but
Yeah.
they go out of the water and then they fart and then they go back in the water.
How funny. Beavers are cute.
Well, maybe
too.
her man's down there. She's like, I don't want my man to know
Yeah,
I did
yeah. What a
this.
nice beaver. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, take that up top.
I want my man to still think I'm sexy.
Yeah. That's a big possibility.
So, hilarious footage of a beaver breaking wind on a riverbank to avoid creating bubbles has gone viral. I think she just didn't want to offend her man. She's
That
like,
is
no, I want my
so
man to think
funny.
I'm hot.
That is so funny.
I think this was a girl beaver.
Mm-hmm.
Do the girl ones build stuff too, right? They build dams.
I think they participate, yeah. As far as I know, they do.
And extreme travel destination to restrict popular mountain access. I guess there's so many dead bodies on Mount Everest.
Yeah.
That they're restricting access, and you have to already have climbed another thing before.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what it is, but they want to know that you're going to be able to make it.
Right.
Because the
You
bodies
gotta
are
have
piling
shown
up.
it before, yeah.
So many dead bodies on Mount Everest.
That's so weird. How
And
they're
they,
like,
they don't
oh.
go and get them. They just leave them there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever go on any rides and, girls will throw like hair ties or people will throw coins or something when you go on rides at Disney.
Yep.
And you'll see all these hair ties. That's what it's like on Mount Everest, except it's dead bodies.
Yeah.
And let's see what else I got. Oh, Starbucks posts bigger than expected drop in global sales because weak
Dutch
U.S.
Bros.
demand.
Oh, they're saying coffee's going down, huh?
The U.S. demand, people aren't spending. They're not splurging on Starbucks anymore because they don't have the disposable income.
That's a sign of a recession.
It is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're just like, it's not worth. They've raised
Oh,
prices.
it's always worth it.
And that now it's not just the price of the coffee. It's the question they ask you.
Oh, I didn't even think about it. It's the whole thing. They've just like ruined themselves.
They've kind of ruined the experience. For me, they have.
Ooh, yeah, you don't even go there no more.
I don't.
Yeah.
No, I just buy
You
mine.
used to go there even on Thanksgiving.
I'll do that. I'll splurge on that. Thanksgiving food's ass. I'd rather have Starbucks. All right, we'll see you tomorrow.